emergency services people, the SU will be going at 9:45, so that will be the second start after the elites. Will be the 9:45 emergency services start. So we also have bag drop facilities here as well for our competitors. And the bag drop is immediately behind the Athletics Victoria blue tent. There's a black tent there, so just check your bags in once you're stripped down. Now obviously for our emergency services, our kids and also our mass participation, that'll be a little while yet. Let's get the elites underway and get that event done. And then you can start concentrating on your own race once you're all inspired.
We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Palms rise to the universe as we moonshine and Malay. Feel the warmth, will never die. We're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see. A vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. At first sight, I felt energy of serenity. I saw the life inside you. Shine bright tonight. You and I. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too am so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. So shine bright tonight. You and I. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too am so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Oh yeah. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a
15-minute call for the elites. 15 minutes for our elite men and elite women. So 15-minute call. So it's with great pleasure now that we introduce Ringo from the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung tribe, who will be doing our welcome to country and smoking ceremony.
Good morning, everybody there. Just like to thank everybody for welcoming me here today, and just like to acknowledge the event organiser, Darren. Thank you for your hospitality and your kindness. All the volunteers, security, Victoria Police, major sponsor AIA Vitality, event sponsors New Balance and Monster Energy, the others are the Bennelongs Foundation and the City of Melbourne, and all the mental health charities for the inaugural run of the TAN. Also, I'd like to acknowledge all the elders and ancestors from the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung Aboriginal Corporation and all the Aboriginal people that live on country from other traditional areas around Australia. Also, I'd like to acknowledge Shane Warne here, a great Australian, and Mr. Max Marston and his friends. for their support. My connection here today is I'm a direct descendant of the traditional owners of this land, the Wurundjeri Wurrung people from the Willimballak clan here in Melbourne. Have an ongoing connection here to country. Our sovereignty was never ceded and we never gave up our lands willingly. Melbourne was settled around 1835 when the Port Phillip Foundation emerged with people from Tasmania and different parts of the country who came here after they settled New South Wales and settled this land. People wonder why Melbourne and Sydney was impacted early on in the invasion to our lands, and why the people in the Northern Territory still have their song, dance, language and culture, because this was the paradise where the British wanted to come and colonise this area. So they came. This landscape and the waterways supported up to 60,000 people before colonisation, before this land was identified for an earmark for settlement. The resources on this country supported all those people for many thousands of years, and they lived in harmony here. Still to this day, we still live in harmony with our land. Only this morning I collected resources from the land so that I could go about my business. This is my form of employment. All I had to do was go up there and collect a couple of gum leaves and a little bit of bark and sticks to make a fire to do a smoking ceremony. I get paid for this stuff. I get paid well for this. So the land is still given back to its people. So simple, you know. In this area in general, the MCG's just over the road there, where this man here beside me starred back in his heyday. And I remember the ball of the century when he got Mike Gadding out, and Gadding didn't know what was going on. Well done, brother. So, you know, all us blackfellas, before all that stuff started and that was built, we used to play our game over there, Ma and Grook. And talking about athletes, these games used to go for days and days and days with a possum skin sewn up filled with charcoal. And athletes from everywhere would come. Our neighbours were the Tanarong in the north over the Great Divide, the Gunai-Kurnai down to the east, the Bunurong people down in the Mornington Peninsula, and the Wathaurong people just over the Werribee River up in the Geelong area. We still continue our activities with these people today. Just over to my left here, half a k away, is a burial place for 38. There's 38 remains up there from people that came from around Victoria. So that's a significant area today for us as well. It's also a modern day ceremonial site where we hold corroborees and other smoking ceremonies up there. That's where I got inducted to the smoking ceremony up there. I know I'm getting the hurry up here from Darren because he's getting a little bit anxious there, and I can feel your vibes, brother. But calm down. We'll get there. Max has got plenty of money. We'll get there. So yeah, you know, just up the road here is a modern day ceremonial site. So just letting us in on a little bit of the local history here, and that's just a small piece of what Melbourne's got still intact. So I'll get on to the smoking ceremony, Darren, if that's all right with you. So this smoking ceremony, it's simply conducted in a wood coolman that I made. A little bit of material here that I gathered just up the hill there when I went to the toilet before, and a little bit of paper to light it with. It's got some coals from the Central Desert, Shane, where Lake Eyre is. You know where Lake Eyre is, brother? Yep. Fills up once every 100 years. The old fella bought it back in 1972. He bought these coals from the Arabunna country where the Olympic Dam mine is and Roxby Down mine is and all that. And he walked most of the distance with one of these in his arms, this old fella from the desert. And part of the way he took in a car as well. He took it to Canberra in 1972 when they erected the Aboriginal Tent Embassy up there in Canberra on the lawns of the old Parliament House. But that fire before then had been burning continuously for hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years. Got taken to Canberra. 2006, when the Commonwealth Games were on here in Melbourne, we brought it down smouldering in the back of a van, just up here to Camp Sovereignty on the top of the hill up here. We camped out there for 60 days and we done ceremony on country. So this is a sacred symbolic fire with the ashes from an old traditional fire all those years ago. So I'm going to continue the tradition and I'm going to light this fire. I'm going to bless this place and I'm going to offer some healing for people around here if you've got something going on in your lives. So bear with me, I'll light this up. I think I bought a lighter this morning. I'll just let that smoulder for a couple of minutes, Darren. How are we going for time, brother? Sweet. I did have a bottle of water here somewhere, but someone stole it. There it is. Still stealing from us, Warnie. I said to Warnie this morning, I'm doing this welcome ceremony, and he said, "What? What's that?" It's all right, mate. Okay. So you heard about holy water and its properties and what it does, and you also heard about the expression of holy smoke. Now, this is going to be holy smoke, literally. This is one of the oldest ceremonies still being conducted in the world today. And I'm authorised. I've been inducted into this ceremony just up here back in 2006 by that old fella from the Central Desert. So not bad for an urban Aboriginal, Warnie. Here we go. Whose microphone have I got here? Because I'm done with it. I'm just going to walk around with this smoke and you can take part in it, or I'll just let it circulate around the area. Thanks a lot for everything, guys. Thanks, Darren.
Fantastic stuff there from Ringo from the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung tribe. We do appreciate the smoking ceremony. And we will now move on to the action as we have our elite runners ready to go. We'll bring them into the start zone. Yeah. Let's move it. Will these have to go? So if we can have our elite athletes down, probably let's bring them on the grass over this way. So all elite athletes proceed down to the start line. So down to the archway. So looking, we will introduce our elite men. They'll be starting at 9 o'clock. The elite women to go at 9:02.
Good luck. Thanks, mate. Have fun out there.
Great, thanks, mate.
Well done.
So the official race starter today, Craig Mottram will be doing the pressing of the hooter, shaking hands there with McSwain. Let's go through our field. And we do have Stuart McSwain, currently second fastest on the list. So welcome, Stewie. Dave McNeil's here, Ryan Gregson, Ben Buckingham, Jack Bruce, Joel Tobin White. We've got Hanson from Tasmania, Nathan Pearce, Isaac Bibelet, Riley Cox from South Australia, Andy Buchanan from Bendigo. So the field is ready. We'll be starting in 30 seconds time. Start instructions will be 3, 2, 1 and go. Simple. Three, 2, 1, go! So next up, our elite women. Thanks, Craig. That worked well.
You can call it. Have fun, girls.
There you
go. Go get it.
I thought you were running.
Yeah, with the kids, that's my list.
Oh, I just looked at this here.
Did you call every day? Have fun.
No, I didn't. Oh, most of them. I just looked to see who was here.
Good luck, girls. Have fun. Good luck.
So just under 2 minutes away from getting our elite women started here as they are on the start line here. They've all shaken Craig Mottram's hand, so they are ready to go. They are well prepped. Sinead Diver, Lisa Waitman, Melissa Duncan, Emma Hogan, Ellie Pashley, Lauren Ryan, No Ros Davies, Whitney Sharp, Georgia Hanson, Linda Hall, Camille Buscombe, Genevieve Gregson, Lauren Reed, Abby Caldwell, Kelly Thackeray. Now, not all of these women are on the line, but a star-studded field right now as they look down the barrel of this chute. In front of them there are cameras, spectators, family, everybody everywhere, as we are under 1 minute away from getting this started. Craig Mottram will start this one for us as well, so thank you, Craig, as the ladies get ready to get underway here at the Run the Tan event.
So 30 seconds until the ladies are underway. We will be giving updates from around the course as well as we can, hopefully getting a halfway split for both the men and the women. Next up will be our paras at 9:06. So 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, let's go!
Probably not the one we know. But anyway, well, it's a better story when she breaks it. But hopefully she's not out. Watch when you win now. Yeah. Anyway, do you need to do any others? Cool.
I'll probably grab it sometimes. Before the kids race, we'll do it.
Good luck, guys. Have fun. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Have fun. See ya. We still have a bit. Yeah, like 3 minutes. Are you allowed to cross that and do a stride or not? No, I thought so. Like Jared, mate. I thought it might.
Of course you know me.
Of course I know. I really hope so.
There's a lot of pressure out there.
No, I'll only have to get into 2K. Baggett's closing it off. Yeah, Baggett's finishing it off.
We're doing double team.
I can't. No, I'm not going to go the whole way with Joe. Joe would drop me 400 again.
Bag got lost on the way to the other side.
Oh,
It's got changed to the male race time. That's not the male race.
Okay, so you get it.
So it's going to be. It's going to be actual time. So instead of saying it's currently time day, so he's going to change it to race time. So you're going to see that.
We'll bang on.
Yeah, bang on. That's all the word for it.
I don't know everybody here.
So next up will be our para event starting at 9:06, field of 6 here. In the women's, Annabelle Coleman, Georgia Pounding and Nellie Mitchell. And we have world record holder Jared Clifford and also Dion Kenzie. Get a world soon, yeah. And also Dion is an Australian record holder as well. So a great field here in our paras. So just over a minute to go and they'll be setting them off.
Yeah, one from Bitcher, so it's...
So just an update from the top of the hill. Stewie McSwain is leading. He's on his own. Stewie McSwain is leading at the top of Anderson Street, with Hanson not far behind him. So it's McSwain and Hanson in the men's event at the moment, and then a pack. 45 seconds to go for our paras. So you just keep that, just yell at me. At the halfway. Okay, we've had an update from halfway. 5:05, Stewie McSwain. 5:05 at the halfway mark. On target, that's the hard half. He's got the downhill to go. 10 seconds now for our para event. We'll count you down. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we will be getting updates. As we said, Stewie McSwain is on record pace, 5:05 at the halfway. So he's up and over Anderson Street and hit that halfway mark at 5:05. What's happening next?
With Neva, not the stores. Tried to pull 6 minutes of phone. It's not through the one, so give a take on that.
Is there anyone else? Well, where's...
So next start line will be our emergency services at 9:45, but obviously there's a little bit more action to come before that. So if everyone can gravitate down towards the finish line, we'll be expecting to see, well, Stewie McSwain currently leading. We're not really expecting too much of a change in leader.
Yeah, so just a women's update here, Tim. We do have Jen Gregson and Lyndon Hall, who took a fall early here right off the gun. She's been able to find her way to the front of the race. So Lyndon Hall, Jen Gregson are leading out. A contingent of ladies not too far behind, just as they get to the top of Anderson Street now.
Thanks, Mitch. All right, so tell you what, it doesn't take long when you're running at Stewie McSwain's pace. It only feels like they just started, but we will be expecting to see our next update should be Government House Drive.
Do you want me to go further up?
No.
Do you want that?
I can't.
5:05.
Yeah,
That's
try to get through to Neve.
That's the hard slog.
Yeah, that's all right. She'll...
So
So our next update hopefully will be Government House Drive, which shouldn't be too far away. Then we'll be watching around the corner. We'll have the lead scooter. He's got a yellow vest on, so that'll be a good indicator. And we'll also have a lead cyclist with the orange vest. So we'll be watching out for them as they round the corner. So Gregson currently leading the women's race, but quite a contingent right there with her.
Lyndon Jen was at 5:57.
And that was
Halfway.
so halfway mark now for the women, and it is Lyndon Hall and Genevieve Gregson side by side in the women's event. As we now wait, it's 8 minutes 30. 8 minutes 30.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Tim, obviously the start of this race is the hardest part. You're going to make your way up Anderson Street, but with 1 kilometre to go, when they get past that government house, it is a slingshot effect from there. So if you can make your way around this turn, have a little bit of energy, see the finish line, see the fans, it's going to absolutely lift Stuart McSwain and everybody else in this race. So if you are in this finishing chute, if you are along the street now, make as much noise and energy as you can as we try and see this record fall in front of Craig Mottram. So it's going to be an absolute cracking finish, Tim.
Yep, so 10.08 is the mark. 10.12 is McSwain's best. Here's the scooter. They're not far away. They'll be seeing McSwain coming into the chute soon. The cyclist is not far behind as well. Here he is. You can see McSwain. Let's get behind him. He'll start to hear us not far away. He's looking good. Time check. It's 9:37, so we've got about 28 seconds. 9:44 at the moment. So let's see if we can get Stewie McSwain in here. So keep the cheers going. Here he comes. That record's under threat here. 10 minutes. 2, 3, 4. It's going to be close. Let's see if we can get in there. It's right on the 10.09. Let's wait for that official timing here. So Gregson will be next through. Let's keep the applause going. Ryan Gregson, an icon of Australian athletics. He'll be in second position. Dave McNeil having a stellar end to his career at the moment. So third place there. Then we'll have Tobin White will be next through. Jack Bruce will be the next one in. Riley Cox, Andrew Buchanan, James Hansen. But let's wait for that official time. Oh, so close here. So Hansen's next one through. So next up, we'll be waiting for our lead females. Mitch, what did you think about that? What did you see on the clock?
Geez, I saw about 10.09 on there, I think, Tim. So we might have just missed it, but unsure. Those long legs of Stewie's might have just stuck in. So we'll see how they've gone as we see Nathan Pearce come down to the finishing chute as well. So Nath Nation going to make his way in with the orange singlet. So well done to Nathan Pearce as we see the back end of the field of the men's come through. And we will be waiting for the leading contingent of the ladies as well as they'll come around the bend soon.
And Lyndon Hall is in the lead in the ladies. Lyndon Hall leading, coming down past Government House Drive. So Lyndon less than a kilometre to go. So remember, just take 2 minutes off that time, and that is what we're looking at. So Isaac Bibelet next one through here in the men's event. So 11:54 is our next target time. That's Genevieve Gregson's current record. We saw the men's just go so close. But can Lyndon Hall, she's just won the Australian 1500 metre championship. She set the new Australian record for 1500 metres. First woman ever to break 4 minutes. And that was done at Box Hill a couple of weeks ago. She then backed up last weekend in Sydney to win the national championship over 15. She is in great form. She's booked her ticket to the Tokyo Olympics in the 1500 metres. What can Lyndon Hall do here today at the Tan Track over the 3.8 kilometre distance? So we're now at just over 10:30 in the women's race. So 11:54 is the target time. 11:54. I think I can see the cyclist has just come round the corner. So Lyndon is in view now. Lyndon Hall. Time check there. It is 10:50. She's got a minute to do the final stretch. Let's get behind Lyndon Hall here. I think we can see Gregson not too far behind. But Lyndon Hall leading this women's race after having the fall in the first at the start. So Lyndon got herself up, dusted herself off, and she's got herself out there. Time check, it is 11:20 now. We've got a record here. Lyndon Hall is going to smash, absolutely pulverise this record. Lyndon Hall, what a champion, off to Tokyo, and she is going to take the new tan track record. We're going to see about 11:35 thereabouts. Fantastic running. Georgia Hansen, next one in, so big run there from Hansen. Previous record holder Gregson, she'll take third. Ali Pashley will be next in. We're rewriting these records here today. So we see Diver and also Ryan. So Ryan just sneaking in there, right on the 12-minute mark there. Then we'll have Buscombe. Caldwell, second in that 1500 last week. She'll come through just over the 12-minute mark, but we are rewriting that top 10 on the Benelong board there. Melissa Duncan next in. Looks like Eloise Wellings, one of the standout Australian performers over the distances in recent years. So Elsie Wellings, she'll be next one through on about 12:26. Kelly Thackeray will be next through. So we've seen a massive chunking of that record here today. Congratulations, Lyndon Hall, with a new tan track record, absolutely smashing that previous best. But so many of the girls, Mitch, getting under that mark.
Yeah, I think there must have been 4 ladies get under that old mark there, so that was absolutely sensational. Fantastic run from Georgia Hansen as well to come through for second, so a lot of scalps were taken in that race. We see the final competitor of our women's come through now. But great to see this finishing chute filled with people cheering on our elite athletes. We have our para athletes still out there as well, Tim, so hopefully we will get a check on them soon. But sensational racing by our men and women there in the elite races.
Certainly was. Now for our competitors coming through who need to pick up their bibs, the bib registration is taking place. We'll be doing some interviews with our winners very, very, very soon. That'll be in front of the media wall.
Yeah, look, hopefully these para-athletes aren't too far away, Tim, as we do stand here in front of the media wall. We will wait for some of these elite athletes to come through. I can see Stewie McSween standing up, so he might make his way over here, the Mayor of King Island. But we will wait for these para-athletes to come around. A lot of tired bodies over this side of the tan, Tim, as we see one of our final female athletes come through now. So sensational work, and keep your eyes on the track, as there will be some world-class athletes coming through soon.
All right, so we're watching out for Jared Clifford. He is a vision-impaired runner, so he will have a guide. He had 2 guides out there today, one to get him through to 2K, and the other one will take him for that final 1.8. So Jared Clifford, still a few minutes away, but we'll expect him or Dion Kenzie. Both of them are accomplished distance runners. And then we'll watch out for the females in our para competition. Remember, 9:45 next start line, and that will be for our emergency services, 9:45. Here comes Jared Clifford and Nick Baggett, who is his guide. They're coming down the stretch. So let's get behind Jared Clifford, world record holder over 1,500 metres in his vision-impaired T13 category. So Jared Clifford coming through. So he's on just on 11 minutes now. So this is a cracking run for Clifford. 11 minutes now, so what a time here. We're going to have him just about that 11:10 mark, so what a run. Jared Clifford. So right on 11:10 there for Clifford. Fantastic performance for him. Dion Kenzie coming through next. The Tasmanian in the orange shirt. Lockie heard one of the paces just pulling off to the side there, but let's get behind Dion Kenzie. Going to get him around the 11:35 to 11:40 mark here for Kenzie. Great run. So Dion Kenzie, the Tasmanian, Australian record holder. Fantastic performance there from Kenzie. Unofficially about 11:37 thereabouts.
Do you want me to take that bag, mate? I'll give it to Sarah.
So a reminder for our competitors, I know it's a little time yet until we start the mass participation, but Check-in is under the black tent, and also there is a bag drop operating just behind the Athletics Victoria tent. So, wow, we're just waiting for confirmation on times. We'll go to our race director and see if we've got confirmation on that men's time. But, geez, smoking run there from Lyndon Hall to take the women's record. Georgia Hansen, second place. And in third position, we had Genevieve Gregson, former record holder.
So our leading women athlete in the para has just crossed the line. Sensational effort there. Well done. As we might see the rest of our ladies start to make their way down the chute now. It has been a fantastic morning of elite racing, and it's only going to get better with the rest of the field being able to take place soon. 9:45 is when our emergency services race is going to go off. As we keep our eyes on the tan track here. We'll wait. Hopefully we will have some interviews with some of these elite athletes coming up very soon. I think they're trying to catch their breath and figure out exactly just how fast they have run. Put the fire extinguisher on their shoes. It was that hot out there, so we'll wait and see whether we can get a grip of some of them. But keep your eyes on the track, as we will see some of these athletes still coming down the chute.
So we're still waiting for confirmation on time, particularly with McSwain. We know that Lyndon Hall's well and truly smashed that record. We're just waiting for the final confirmation from our official timekeepers. It was that close. All right, so we're just going to have Shane Warne and Stuart McSwain come up to the media wall. A little bit of an interview. I think Max Markson's going to conduct that interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Stuart McSwain and Shane Warne. Stuart, it was 1 second. How was it? Yeah, I was pretty happy with the effort. I probably felt good the first maybe 2.8, 3K. Felt like I was in a good rhythm, and then maybe that last K I got a little bit tired. But 10.09, it's still a PB for me around the tan, so I'm happy with that. And I think, yeah, hopefully I can go fast in the future.
Give him a round of applause. Stuart McSwain just was 10.09, personal best for him, and just 1 second out of the record, which would have got you $7,000 from Advanced Test Studio as a bonus. It was a bonus carrot. Warney, what's your comments about this?
Well, first of all, well done to everyone for coming out. I thought it was an unbelievable effort from Stewie, and I know all of us at Advanced Test Studio wanted to have a crack at it. I even though he didn't get the record today, I want to give him $7,000 today myself, because I thought it was a fantastic effort. So I'm going to donate $7,000 from myself to Stewie for the great effort he did, and for everyone for coming out today. So well done, mate. It was awesome.
Warney, thank you so much, Stuart. I want to say thank you. I mean,
Yeah, thanks, Warney. I think without people like Shane, Advanced Air Studio, it's a hard sport. Having those guys support us means a lot, and hopefully it's going to hold us in good stead for Tokyo later in the year. So, but other than that, thanks a lot for coming. The crowd makes a huge difference. I know when I was hurting the last kilometre, I probably would have blown up a fair bit more if I didn't have you guys cheering, and all around the course as well. I had awesome support. So my performance I owe it to you guys, so thanks a lot for coming out and helping us get around it.
Well done, mate.
Now, Advanced Test Studios, Carl Howell is the CEO, founder of Advanced Test Studio. He's burning to give this $7,000 to you to break the record. Would it be possible, do you think, Stuart, in the next month or 6 weeks or 2, before you go off to Europe and the Games, to maybe have a crack again one day, one lunchtime? It's only 10 minutes, right? It's only 10 minutes of your time, but there's $7,000 for you. If you and Warney, would you pace him or do something for him?
No, he can run over me or something. I might be able to drive in my car and try and catch up, but I'm more than happy to do whatever Stewie wants. I think it's fantastic what he's doing. We know that, we're raising money for mental health, which is such an important issue for everyone. So I'm more than happy to do whatever. I'm sure everyone here is happy to do whatever for Stewie to have another crack at it. So if he wants to have another go, we can all chip in and try and help out it too.
Okay. Run the Tans for supporting mental health. Do you want to go another, if you've got time, before you go off overseas and for the Games?
Yeah, obviously we're doing it for a great cause. Mental health, especially through COVID, it's been a big issue. So I love getting out here, helping a great cause. And yeah, I would love to have another crack. I think we're 90-some days away from Tokyo. I think in a couple of weeks' time, I should be a fair bit more fitter and can probably give it a better shake. So yeah, I would love to have another crack. It'd be awesome if I could get some more support if we do as well. So yeah, I definitely would look forward to having another go.
So you heard it first here. Stuart McSwain's going to try and break the Run the Tan record, supporting mental health, in the next month or 6 weeks, or whenever it happens date-wise. Warney, yes. I didn't bring this up before, but with Advanced Hair Studio, supporting mental health is an important thing, because some young men who are losing their hair have a problem with that, correct?
Yeah, look, as we said, there's all different types of mental health issues. Hair, everything else, there's so many different parts of it, and as Stewie said, we've all been COVID. My youngest daughter was doing Year 12, so to see young children suffering through Year 12 and having some issues as well was really important to try and help out all the different mental health charities. It's a very important issue. It's great to see the spotlight on it with these sort of things, and Stewie doing such a great job. So for us, as I said, more than happy to watch Stewie have another crack at it. I reckon he'll get it next time. I reckon if it was straight here and not a little straight corner to bend up there, he would have broken the record. So next time when he has another crack at it, let's make sure it's straight.
I'll make sure it's straight, okay? I'll make sure it's straight. And for those who don't know, Stuart's qualified for the 1,500 metres, the 5K and the 10K at the Tokyo Olympics. But he can only do 2 of them. Which one of those, you're still thinking about this, which one do you think you won't do, unfortunately, because of the way the programme is for those 8 days at Tokyo?
I'll kind of work it out in the next couple of weeks and make a final decision what I'm going to focus on. Unfortunately, doing all 3 is not possible over an 8-day program, so I'll narrow it down to at least 1, maybe 2. But yeah, training will indicate what I'm going to choose in the next couple of weeks. So I'm just staying pretty relaxed in regards to picking events at the moment.
Australian Athletics Male Athlete of the Year this week. Please congratulate Stuart McSwain, done an amazing job, won the Run the Tan today, 10 minutes and 9 seconds, 1 second out of Craig Botcham's record. So we're going to break that. We've got $7,000 Warner's kindly donated, so which is fantastic, and Carl Howe from Advanced Test Studio is putting up another $7,000, so hopefully we'll be able to announce in the next week or 2 when you're going to crack that record and break it again. So again, please, big round of applause. Stuart McSwain, thank you, and Shane Warne, and thank you Advanced Test Studio. That was me. I've gone. I'm not here anymore.
Big thank you to Max Markson there for stepping in for the interviews. So, as we said, Stuart McSwain, lots of options for him in Tokyo in 90 days' time. So remember, 9:45 is our next start time. So 9:45, just over 15 minutes away for the emergency services. So next up, we will be trying to get a little bit of a chat with Lyndon Hall, who is our new tan track all-time record holder. So Lyndon Hall, just confirming time, it's around that 11:34, 11:35 mark. As we said, Lyndon's fresh off the Australian Championship.
Tim, we are lucky enough here to have Lyndon Hall, and rather than me speak about her race for her, we will go straight to Lyndon. Lyndon, we saw you take a fall at the start there. I saw you look around. You look absolutely filthy. Walk us through what happened there. Move across.
Oh, I think I just slipped on the gravel. I'm used to being in spikes, and these shoes don't have any. So I think just the different surface, different shoes, and got the better of me.
Yeah, so walk us through what the mindset is there. Obviously, now you're going to start off the back of the pack. We got a photo of you leading up the top of Anderson Street. Obviously, you had to do a lot of work. Walk us through the race. What were the tactics, and how did you have to adapt?
Well, I definitely didn't want to lead until the back half anyway, so falling kind of forced me to do that, so maybe it was a good thing. Sometimes I do get a bit excited and get out a bit hard, so it prevented me from doing that, that's for sure. So, just tried to sort of sit in with the other girls for the first half. It's a long way to run on your own if you go straight to the front, so just sort of started to pick it up a little bit progressively through the second half.
Yeah, look, you've had a crazy busy last couple of months, particularly the last week. Obviously, you have won the national title last week. How's your body holding up with all these sort of races? You were the first woman in Australian history to break 4 minutes as well for the 1500, so you've had an historic season. How are you feeling at the moment?
Oh, it's a little bit like a dream. I think there's a lot of things I'd, had my eye on achieving for a long time. So when you sort of tick them all off in a matter of weeks, it's a bit surreal. But I think now that the racing's over, I can kind of sit back and reflect and let it soak in a bit more.
Yeah, 100%. Just get the gratitude of what's happened. What's next for you? Obviously, Tokyo is on the horizon, not too far away. How many races? What sort of training? What does the next couple of months look like for Lyndon Hall?
We'll sort of get back into things next week, and there's still a few question marks around what racing opportunities will be locked in, but we'll definitely spend some time up in Queensland, some warmer weather and a few races up there.
Yeah, beautiful, catch some sun. So sensational effort here from Lyndon Hall. Absolutely smashed the tan record. Had to do it from behind. A big round of applause here, ladies and gentlemen, for Lyndon Hall. Lyndon, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you, and good luck to everyone else running this morning.
Fantastic. Thank you so much there to Lyndon Hall and to Stuart McSwain. Two phenomenal races here. We will turn our attention close to the start line as we do get underway for the emergency services races very soon.
Yeah, so 15-minute call for the emergency services. We will be front filling like the elites did, so just get onto the grass, come through, and we'll set you off in various waves depending on numbers. So emergency services up next. And then we'll be looking at our schools event, 10 o'clock for our school kids. And that will include the course record holder for the tan, Craig Mottram, will be coming out for a run. All right.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, beautiful. It's going really well.
Those updates you've got. So 9:45, just before our emergency services, we're going to set off some sporting code runners and also some celebrities. I've noticed Dave Hughes wandering around, so you might get to see Hughesy setting off for his 3.8k. And very shortly, we're going to try and get Jared Clifford out here to do a interview. So Jared, we just saw him whizzing around the tan track in about 11 minutes and 10 seconds. So Jared will be coming out soon. We'll have a quick chat to him. And don't forget, let's do some community service announcement too. Toilets, if you need them, head up towards the Maya Music Bowl. So take the path up to the Maya Music Bowl. The toilet block is open up there. For the people running the next series of events, which is emergency services, sporting codes, and also through to the mass participation at 10:45, check-in is under the black tent over here in the pillars area. There is also a bag drop immediately behind the Athletics Victoria tent if you need to drop your bags and your kit, so do that. But we are getting ready soon for our next event. 10 minutes away, we want to see our sporting codes, our celebs, and then the emergency services. They'll be going off in that next wave. Then at 10 o'clock, we are going to go with our schools.
And I'll tell you what, Tim, there is some serious commitment here from our celebrities. I'm looking across to my left here. I can see Nick Del Santo tucked in behind a tree there. Was in Canberra last night calling the footy, so he's made sure he's made his way down here to have a crack at the tan. And as you mentioned, Dave Hughes, well, I did hear him mumble once Stewie came through the line, I can do that. So it'll be really good to see how quickly Dave Hughes can get around here. And we'll see if we can find some of these elite athletes just walking around before they get on their warm-up to have a chat. But looking forward to speaking to Jared Clifford, the man who loves racing more than anybody else in Victoria.
He certainly does. So, as I said, a world record holder over the 1,500 metres. Running. And he will be heading off to Tokyo for the Paras. So great to be joined here by Jared Clifford and Dion Kenzie. So, Jared, you took the fastest time here for our Paras, but you reckon Mr. Kenzie's actually run better than you today?
Yeah, we were just trying to work it out based on world records, and it would be pretty close. Maybe even, I don't know, it depends what it's off, basically. If it's off a world record, a qualifier, Australian record, so that's kind of how they work it out. But I don't know, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm not sure at all, but what I do know is that we're really making history here today. This is the first para event ever with prize money. So thanks very much for the event organisers for putting this on for us today. And, you know, it's only building para distance running in Australia. There's, you know, another 6 to 12 athletes really keen to run today, but just couldn't make it. So next year it's going to be bigger than ever. And, yeah, it's just really exciting time for para athletics in Australia right now.
Yeah, I do echo those sentiments, Dion. It is great to have an event where we are putting a bit of spotlight. You got your own start time, you got the focus, and then the performances came. So about 11:10 for you, Jared. So PB?
Yeah, it is a PB by about 20 seconds. It would have been nice to duck under 11. I think I might have gone out a little bit too hard, but I also have to really thank Lachlan Hurd and Nick Baggett for stepping up today. It's their first time ever guiding me. In fact, Nick, 2 days ago we practiced, and Lockie literally this morning was our first go on the tether, and to their credit, they were amazing, got me around the course, couldn't have done it without them. There was a few sketchy moments where I got tugged to the side of the track, but we survived and got around the lap.
Yeah, because quite often you run untethered, but with this one you decided you'd go the tether.
Yeah, so my last PB I was guided around the full lap by Matt Clark, who's another one of my favourite guide runners. But yeah, 1,500 metres I go solo. We're only allowed one guide. 5K on the track I use 2 guides, and that's mainly for verbal communication tactics. Whereas at the tan, it's not just verbal communication and tactics. It's also safety, because the tan, as everyone would know, is quite hectic. Quite a hectic place to run around. There's people everywhere.
It certainly is. It's quite a busy place. Dion, where are you based at the moment?
Based up in Canberra with Jared and the rest of Philo's squad. So, yeah, it was really good to come down here today and obviously run a lap around the tan.
Have you done tan before?
I have. It was many years ago, but I don't think it would have been as fast as what I ran today. So, yeah, really happy with that run. That first hill was definitely a challenge, but, yeah, I absolutely loved it.
Now, after all that 2020 was, 2021 has dawned and it's going quite nicely. Today is just magnificent, but we do have the Paralympics on the horizon, don't we, Jared?
Yeah, the Paralympics is going to be huge, especially for Australia. We're in a bit of a golden era where our team, especially the Paralympic distance running team, is going to be the biggest that it's ever been, I think, especially during my career. And we've got a lot of young guys. I'm not the youngest anymore. This will be the first time, so it's exciting. And, yeah, we've got a few potential medal hopes amongst us. So make sure you tune in come September.
Yeah, I'm sure we all will. All right, Dion, Jared, congratulations. Well done, a great effort, and good to have you supporting Run the Tan here.
Cheers.
So let's keep moving forward. We do have a 5-minute call now to our next start line, which will be our sporting codes and our celebs. And I know Mitch Dyer's been doing some celeb spotting. Let's see if we can get them out there on the start line fairly soon. We'll then go emergency services. I'll be next ones up. So emergency services immediately behind. So I'll start to get them organised. And I can just see Sandra Jacobs from the Bennelong Foundation. I think she's texting someone saying, we need some more money because we've got to update these clocks. All the times have been smashed, especially on the women's side. So, Sandra, we're looking for a little bit of funding there, aren't we? Well, Bennelong will come good with that one, and we'll have a revamped set of clocks here with the new times, particularly Lyndon Hall and all the girls. So many sub-12s here today. So you can see the emergency services starting to come through. We also want our celebs and our sporting codes as well. We want them all to start making their way up to the start line. We will be doing a little bit of backfilling. So we want them coming from behind, and then we'll lead them out on to the start. Now remember, we're using timing chips here. So it doesn't matter where you start, it's when you cross that time, the start line, and then when you hit the finish line, that's all that matters. So big shout out also AIA Vitality, what a great job they've done here sponsoring this great event. Monster Energy, Advanced Hair Studio, good to have Shane Warne down here. New Balance, our sporting sponsor. So New Balance are here. Running Company, also good to have them on board. So some great sponsors here today at Run the Tan. So our celebs are starting to make their way up. I reckon Dave Hughes has got the game face on, Mitch.
Yeah, he's very serious. I don't know whether he's more nervous about this or Carlton playing this afternoon. Hughesy, walk me through how you feeling. You just watched Stewie run 10:09. How close to that are you going to get this morning?
I'll get within half an hour of that. So, no, I've got some advice off my 11-year-old son. He said, don't have a heart attack, Dad. So,
that is always the operative choice out here. Please don't have a heart attack out there. So how else are you feeling? What's the preparation been like for this race? Have you been on the jogs? Have you just sort of rolled in cold? Give us a rundown of how Dave Hughes is prepared for this.
Well, someone just asked me, how did you run? Because I look like I've already run, apparently. So I love running the Tan. It's the best track in Melbourne, and the wind's with us today, and we're going to go fast. And I don't look like I'm fast, but I'm going to break 16 minutes for sure. Can I go under 15:30? That's my...
Can you go under 15:30? Well, look, the whole crowd's going to be around here. Warnie reckons you can get under 15:30. I haven't seen him clap this much all morning, so Warnie is ready for you to go. Hughesy, 15:30. We'll try and get the whole crowd involved. Good luck and go Blues this afternoon. Tim, there are a lot of nervous bodies down here on the line. We'll try and even... I've got Shane Warne having a look at me right here.
Let's get them out here. Let's get them behind the start line. We'll go our celebs and our sporting codes first. So Hughesy's going to lead the way as he always does. So Hughesy, round them up, get them ready. So 15:30 target time. Now this man can run. I've seen him in action. Get behind the starting mats, please, Mr. Hughes. Come on. I'm getting a bit excited there. All right, Millsy's here as well. What's his predicted time?
finishing. I'm under strict instructions to not run the tan today from my physio, so it's a walk the tan for Rob today. Oh, I can jog walk.
I just hope the physio's not watching live stream. Live stream is on, remember, via the Run the Tan YouTube channel. So let's see how this will. Oh, Shane Crawford. Shane Crawford, I once lined up against you in an 800 metres down at Glen Huntly, and I think I beat you that day.
Oh, you definitely beat me today as well.
Crawford, great to have you back out. You were, don't be modest. What was your 800 metre time in the day?
Well, back in the day, I did 155. But we're talking 20 years ago, so...
I reckon we're talking 30.
Yeah, maybe if I can cut the corner today, I might be able to beat my old time around the tan, but I might have to cut the corner just here. But no, it's a great day. It's good to see everyone out. I couldn't believe the professionals early, how quick they were going, especially at the start. And then you have someone who falls over and they break the record. That is just... So maybe that's the key to running. Fall over, hurt yourself, and then shake it off, and you think about actually your injuries rather than actually what your heart and lungs are doing.
I just said to Lyndon before, the look on her face when she got up, it was amazing, wasn't it? But Shane Crawford, really great to have you here. As I said, you were a fantastic 800 metre runner. Let's see what you can do around the tan a few years later.
I just want to beat Dave Hughes, because Dave Hughes is the most serious man. He's been training for this. He's been texting all the time, I'm going to beat you. So my plan is to try and sit on him. And then I know that I probably can't beat him endurance-wise, but trip him just towards the end and just get in front of the end.
Just play the mind games. I know Hughesy will melt under the mind game pressure from Croft. Come on. All right, let's get you going in 10 seconds. We'll go at 9:46. So everyone ready? Nick Del Santo just sort of do schmoozing there with Crawford. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Celebrities are off. So remember, 15. Oh, Crawford's already well behind Hughes, so I think that strategy is not going to work at all. All right, next one up, our fantastic emergency services. So we'll give that another minute or so. Let's set them off. 9:47. And your mission is to chase down those celebs, all right? So give Hughesy a little pat on the backside as you go past him. So 25 seconds. I'll get out the way or else I'll be steamrolled by Victoria Borton. All right, 15 seconds. So let's get behind our emergency services. Obviously a big day for the police the last few days with that 1 year commemoration. So let's get behind our wonderful emergency services people. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So next up, schools, 10 o'clock. So our school kids, hopefully very inspired after what they've just seen. And we will have Craig Mottram, who still holds the tan course record. He'll be stepping out at 10 o'clock. Bit of a victory lap, I reckon, Darren.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, Shane came along Wednesday and he actually said he was going to run with the elites, but he obviously went soft on us.
Definitely did. All right, just want to acknowledge Darren Templeton, who I was just speaking to. He is the man. He is Mr. Run the Tan. What an awesome effort he's put in. Darren, congratulations. What a day you've delivered.
It's not a hurdle race, They're not going to get there in 10 minutes. Okay, guys, all the way to the track, just go behind Tim. Tim might talk to you a couple of minutes. Tim might talk to Craig when he gets there.
All alone as you look through the door, nothing left to see. If it hurts and you can't take no more.
All right, we've got the first of our waves of the school kids. It will be Haileybury College going first. And one of their head teachers here is, well, teacher? No, coach. And still the course record holder for the Tan Track, Craig Mottram. What were you thinking when you saw Stewie coming through?
Oh, look, I honestly thought he would break the record today, and he certainly can run quicker than 10:09. Look, it's a lot of fun, and he's certainly our best middle distance runner in the country for men anyway at the moment. And that record does belong to him. So it was slightly, well, not disappointing, but it's proud to obviously still have it. But a shame he didn't quite get it today. But he's in his preparations for Tokyo, and he's certainly on good track. But Lyndon Hall, I think, run of the morning so far. Obviously had a bit of a spill at the start and then got through and smashed that record. So she'll take away the big advanced hair $7,000 check, and that'll help support her on her way to Tokyo. But for me this morning, obviously coming to support and start the elites field is fantastic, but I know where my place is in the sport at the moment, and that's with the younger kids, and we do a lot of work in that space. I love it. So I'm going to challenge the Haileybury crew for a lap of the Tan, and if I finish midfield, Tim, I'll be very happy.
Yeah, well, you got Bunnage standing over the side there, Craig Mottram. Amy Bunnage just had a tearaway win in the national champs, so I reckon you're under a bit of pressure here.
There's no chance I could run 9:20 for 3K, which is where she's at, and then we've got Charlie Rogers, who's not far. He's probably about that as well. So I think a podium finish would be outstanding, but highly unlikely.
Now, famously, Claudia Hollingsworth said a few weeks ago, oh, Craig, have you ever run 5K? So do these guys know your history here at the Tan Track?
They don't, but their mums and dads do. I'm sort of that generation gap now. It's a lot of them look at me like they've got no idea about my history in the sport, which is entirely fine, and that's as it should be. But I spend more time chatting with mum and dad and reminiscing about the MCG and the Tan and all of those sort of things. But these guys and these young girls, they're our next generation, and it's really, really exciting that, A, they get the opportunity to come and do this today and watch the elite men's and women's and meet some of the stars that they'll see on the TV in a few months, but then actually get to go out and compare their times to them on the same course on the same day. It's an experience I wished I'd had when I was their age, and I look forward to watching them go around.
Yeah, well, it's as we say, it is the mecca of running in Victoria, in Melbourne, and knowing your tan time is actually quite important, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, and I tell the story in 2006 when I broke the record. We had the Com Games in Melbourne at the MCG. I was second in the 5K there, won the World Cup later in the year, and then won the Geelong Sports Star of the Year award for my record time around the Tan, not for any of the other events. So, look, everybody knows what it is. It's very relatable to a huge population of runners in Melbourne, if not around Australia. So, ladies and gentlemen, get your times on the board because it's better than Strava, this stuff.
Certainly is. One final question. Do they call you Mr. Mottram, or is it Craig, or is it Buster?
It's a bit of everything. The older ones call me Craig, the younger ones call me Mr. Mottram. Once they get to know me, they can call me whatever they like. We have a great time. It's about having a fun, exciting and enthusiastic culture, and we do love it, and we want them to learn to love running so they can do it for the rest of their lives.
Oh, Mr. Mottram, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and thanks for your contribution to this really big day in Melbourne running. There's no doubt about it. All right, I think we can get them going fairly soon. We reckon they're about ready. How about we go at 9:54? We'll go at 9:54. So that means that 10:04:08 is when we want to see Craig Mottram coming across the line. No? Oh, he's not even official. Oh. Well, he might get kicked off the course for not having a bib. Now, that would be highly embarrassing. All right, we've got 20 seconds. So we want to see no pushing and shoving either, Craig Mottram. Don't elbow Bunnage into the side rails there. All right, 10 seconds. You can start to move up a little bit, move up closer to the matting. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Off they go. The Haileybury kids are off, including Mr. 10:08 Mottram.
So we're hoping that Craig's thrown up some incentives to his kids to try and knock him off around here at the tan. Would have thought he would reach in and maybe offer a little bit of incentive. But massive thank you to all of our sponsors here as well. Of course, AIA Vitality, a massive sponsor of this event. The Monster Energy, I imagine, will be getting a massive run at the end or the conclusion of this 3.8K. As we saw Shane Warne at Advanced Hair Studios as well, massively involved in the organising and running of this event. So it takes a village to raise this event up off the ground. A massive amount of work done by Darren Templeton as well. As we'll try and get an update on where our celebrities are around there. We saw Dave Hughes go out like a bullet out of a gun. He did mention he would be doing that, so we'll be interesting to see whether anybody's picked him up, and if we can find anybody who's running these elite races earlier this morning, we will get a rundown from them of how it went. Hey Tim, I'm up here around the tents trying to get a few of the sponsors here having a word in. We're here with Mentors Assist. Guys, walk us through what your organisation here is all about.
Yeah, we support people with mental illness. We've been around for about 35 years now, and we work with people across all cohorts, I suppose, in a sense. We mostly focus on the peninsula side, and we mostly do the southeastern. We've got offices scattered throughout. We've got in Dandenong and various other locations. Our client group is absolutely incredible. We've got a great staffing base that supports people, and we're funded naturally by state and federal governments.
Yeah, sensational. And obviously now in an era where talking about mental health and everything like that is far more normalised, how have you found that that's sort of changed the dynamics of your organisation?
Well, it's changed a lot. People are a lot more able to talk about it, so they can talk about their needs, and our workers will go out and work on people's skills and their living skills, and because the community knows a bit more about it, they're a lot more accepting. So part of our job is to get people back into community activities.
Yeah, that's fantastic, and a good mention of community activities. Obviously you guys are sponsoring this event. What does it mean to you guys as a 35-year-old organisation to come down the inaugural Run the Tan event? How does it feel to be here today?
it's great because physical fitness is a big component of everyone's life, you know. Good physical fitness, running, doing whatever you can, creates good mental health. And it's great seeing the schools here participating in something like this because we've noticed a huge increase in our young clients that are coming through. So keeping fit, keeping active is absolutely terrific. And we're hoping that this continues then into next year, and hopefully it'll be even bigger next year.
Absolutely. Well, I think at the rate that it's going right now, it for sure would be. If there is anyone out here, man, woman, man or child, who is going through a tough time, is there anything that you would want to say to them, anything that you think would be able to benefit anybody here?
There's people, there's services out there, and it's important that you do talk to somebody about it, whether it be you start with a GP or you come to a service like ours.
Sensational. Well, thank you guys so much and everything you've done over the last 35 years and also being able to help out here at Run the Tan. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate your time.
So it's good to see our emergency services runners coming through. This is the second of them through. We're still waiting for Dave Hughes. Waiting, but we will try and keep our eye on the track. I reckon I can see him now. And I can't see Shane Crawford. Or can I? Is that Crawford coming through now? No. Yes? No. Gee, my eyesight's going. Here comes the next of our emergency services runners, and Shane Crawford has done it. So he's got Hughesy, he smoked him. Crawford is back. And let's get behind Hughesy. Another emergency services running come. Dave Hughes. Told you he had the game face on. Great run in there from Hughesy. I reckon he's done a pretty smoking time there too. So I reckon that's a good one there for Hughes. So if not, definitely ahead of his target time. So great running there from Hughes. So Del Santo probably not too far away.
Hey, Tim, do you think Hughesy's hair changed at all during that run? I reckon it stayed the same.
Yeah, I think it's all the product. So great running there, Hughesy. Also Crawford. So let's get behind, particularly our police, our emergency services. Good to see them out here supporting Run the Tan here today. Great event, as we said. Perfect Melbourne autumn day here for running the Tan track. It is the premier place to run in Melbourne. And what an event Darren Templeton and the team at Run the Tan have delivered here. So first of our emergency services females coming through now, I believe. So let's get behind her as she comes through into the finish chute. So, yep, that's one of the emergency services coming through. So great running there. Fantastic time. I think this might be Megan Zyram coming through, former Australian level walker, race walker. So Megan through next. So well on Megan. Victoria Borton through next from the Victoria Police. So well on Vic. So about 40 minutes now until the start of our mass participation races, and we'll be doing some wave starts. So as with our previous events, we'll just be bringing people down into the start area and setting them off at regular intervals, probably 30-second intervals. Nick Del Santo coming through, a little bit of a sprint there. A rivalry going on. So remember, this is being live streamed via the Run the Tan YouTube channel all morning long. So for those in the mass participation event, if you want to let your friends and family know that you're going to be on, just send them through that link. Let them know. Run the Tan YouTube. And link via the website, the Facebook page as well. So don't forget, back in motion once you have finished your event, and I reckon Hughes is probably going to make his way there very quickly. Back in motion are here, so go and see them. Free massage. Why not? And Millsy's come for it. Oi, you're supposed to be walking, Millsy. I hope the physio isn't tuning into this. You're going to be doing extra work this week. So great to see more of our emergency services runners coming through. So we've had a few of them out there too. They'll probably be a little bit longer, but some were in full kit, being weighed down by full kit, particularly the police.
Hey Tim, down here at the finish line right now, I've actually been able to get a hold of Nick Del Santo. Nick, I'd love to know who's scheduling for you. Canberra last night, Melbourne this morning. Walk us through, how'd you feel out there?
Not great. My preparation hasn't been elite. I got home from the game last night in Canberra at 12 o'clock and I had a chicken hamburger with chips. So it wasn't my best preparation. Then I might have got a couple of speeding fines getting here this morning off a 9 o'clock flight. So it's good to be here. It was actually a really good run. Lots of people out, which is always nice to see. But we weren't really pushing for our best time, unfortunately, but it was fun.
I was going to say, you've come through the finish line, you're smiling. Dave Hughes came through and I think his son was concerned that he might have had that heart attack he told him not to have. How good is it to get out here and support an event like this? Obviously in your inaugural race, you saw the elites go off this morning. What does it mean to be out here this morning?
It's just another sign of probably us getting back together, which is the first part after obviously a really tough 14 to 18 months for everybody. But I mean, we used to come here a lot on a Saturday morning and do off-site training sessions, and I used to get a shiver and feel like I was going to vomit for the next hour. But the best thing about coming to places like the Tan and days like this morning is you get to do it with other people, you know, just everyday people that are out there to try and get fit, stay healthy, which is really important. It's really well supported, and the guys from the Monster Energy team have done a good job as well, so we appreciate everyone's support.
Now look, it's great to have people like you out here, Nick, this morning supporting everything. What's next for you? I'm sure your schedule's going to be incredibly busy. Are we going to see you on the TV screens across the weekend? Were you more nervous for last night or this morning? I heard the boys giving you a bit of a hard time getting out to do your own interviews last night. What was more nerve-wracking for you?
Well, I was okay last night. I had to do a couple of journalist roles post-game interview the coaches from last night, but that was okay. I've got a game tonight at the MCG, which I can't wait to see. All of a sudden, there's a lot of Melbourne supporters in Melbourne. I haven't seen them for about 20 years, but it's good to have them back. And then I'm in Tapti tomorrow, going to go see the Hawks take on the Adelaide Crows. So a couple of big days of footy coming up, but that's what we do. We love it.
My God, Nick, you have a crazy schedule. Congratulations this morning. Well done, mate, and good luck this weekend.
So I'd just like to say that Craig Mottram's 10.08 still stays. Craig's just finished. He was towed up by Amy Bunnage, which was good to see, but he won't be too upset about that. So great running, Craig. The 10.08 is still the lead time here. I reckon I might grab Shane Crawford and Dave Hughes. They looked like they had a pretty good battle out there. Come on, over here. Joined, probably, you know, we had some great match races out there today, but the one I was salivating over was Crawford versus Hughes. So, Mr. Hughes, you took the lead early. Crawford was really cagey. He's hardly, you know, I thought, Jesus, he's going to run about 20 minutes here. But you had a good race?
Yeah, look, I knew Crawford was talking himself down. He's done 12 minutes around here before. The man can run, so I knew he'd be coming, but he sailed past on St Kilda Road. There's a heap of bikies around there, and they really, I don't know, just Crawford owe them money, I don't know, but...
Let's not go there. 15.18 for you, Dave Hughes, so you're going to be happy with that. That was better than the 15.30, the anticipated time.
Yeah, I wanted to beat 15.30. That was giving myself an out. I want to get under 15 minutes. I've done a 13.59 around here about 10 years ago, and I want to get back to it, and I reckon I can at least get under 15 soon.
I reckon you might need some training tips from Shane Crawford, though. You'd be happy with that, Crawford?
I was trying not to look at the time, but I'll tell you what, if Hughesy wasn't in the race, we'd still be going. But he gave us someone to really work off, and he could definitely crush 15 if he had a running partner just in front of him, because he went pretty quick early. And I'm thinking, geez, Hughesy's in good form, but that really hurt. You can tell that I haven't been running a great deal, and that really hurt. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, if Hughesy beats me, he's never, ever going to let me forget it. So whatever you got inside you, just get in front of him at the end, for goodness sake. But, hey, it was awesome having him run. He runs a real steady pace, too, so he's actually quite a good one to pace off. So if all the athletes out there, if you need a pace setter, I reckon Hughesy's pretty good at that.
Now, it's a bit like 4 quarters of the footy, though. The important one was the last quarter, wasn't it? And that's when Crawford stormed home?
Well, no, I definitely didn't storm home. I was like, where is that finish? It's gone a long way. But probably third quarter was important for me, the premiership quarter. And then, as Hughesy said, there's lots of bikies over there who are here for Anzac Day, and they all wanted to get Hughesy's autograph and high five, and I decided I'd go on the road and sneak through the middle. And yes, he's right, they still chase me, so I'm going to get out of here real quick.
Now, since the days of the 12-minute tans, do you reckon the tan has actually extended in distance, Crawford?
Oh no, it's such an amazing run, really, when you think about it, because you got the botanical gardens, you got the beautiful fresh air and the oxygen. It's just a wonderful place. You see so many people exercising, it motivates you. It's just you can't get a better place to run. So I don't know if it's got longer. Maybe as we get older, we just get a bit heavier and a bit slower.
Dave, do you train here very often, the tan?
Yeah, I run the tan all the time. So, and I run to a clock every time I run here. So, and I love it. It's because the wind in Melbourne's the most annoying thing. It's always windy, and the tan is pretty much protected from the wind. So it is the best place to run in Melbourne. And I love it as much now as I ever have.
I reckon Hughesy. I reckon if someone out there wants to train Hughesy, I reckon he'd be good at marathons, because he does run a real steady pace. He's never run a marathon. I reckon today, if someone's got a bit of a coaching background, I reckon you might get him up around 3 hours on a marathon.
I've coached the odd marathoner or two, so with Hughesy, we might need to have a chat. But congratulations, both of you. Thanks so much for supporting the concept here, Run the Tan. It's been great to have you here.
Loving it. So my son, he didn't have a heart attack, so you're not getting your inheritance yet, all right, sir?
I don't have any money.
Well, not that the bikies don't know about. All right, thanks, guys. Really great to have you here.
All right, so down here in front of the media board again, I am joined here by Rick Nugent, Deputy Commissioner of Victoria Police. Rick, walk us through the tan. How'd you go out there?
It was a great run today, and it's just great to see so many people here supporting mental health and well-being of our people in our community. So it was brilliant. It was perfect weather for it, great spot.
Oh, absolutely sensational. Now, obviously you did mention that we are raising awareness for mental health here. To be able to be involved in an event like that, doing something for a great cause, how does that feel, particularly in the Victoria Police specialty?
It's so important for us and all the emergency services, to be honest. Our people see things and experience things that so many others don't. We see the best and worst in society, and that can have an impact, particularly over many years of seeing trauma, whether it's on the roads or in the homes or whatever it is. So to be out here raising awareness for mental health and actually being really active and destigmatising mental health is just so critical to our people, but also to everyone else involved, whether you're a celeb or a sporting identity or something. It's just so critical.
Absolutely, it's important to know that it can affect everybody anywhere. Now, obviously, you were just mentioning to me you jumped out of a plane about a month ago to raise awareness for mental health. More nervous for jumping out of the plane or doing a lap around the tan?
More nervous here, I think, amongst my peers and seeing how much I was going to get beaten by around the tan. But no, it was a good event, the aeroplane, and again, that's that leap of faith and reaching out to someone, when you need to.
100%. Now, you look pretty fit, Rick, I'll be honest. What's on the horizon for you? Obviously, you're a very busy man with your schedule with Victoria Police. Is there anything else that Victoria Police or Emergency Service will be involving themselves with in terms of getting involved in the community again?
We constantly are engaged with the community and look at ways that we can better support them, keep them safe, but also keep our own people safe. So I'll continue my focus and my passion around mental health and well-being. So whatever else is there, I'll be up for it.
Rick, it's sensational what you do for the community. Obviously, I have a mother involved in the emergency services. Thank you so much for all that you do for everybody here. A massive congratulations to every emergency service person who has made their way out here in a busy schedule. Rick, thank you so much.
So half an hour call to our mass participation race. 30 minutes, and everyone else who's so excited is going to get their chance to rip out a lap of the tan. 3.827 kilometres. So we've had the conclusion. The Haileybury kids have been out there. And Mentone Grammar. Yes. So Craig Mottram, who's dealing with both schools, Mr. Mottram, he got towed up today. Hudson Bucci, Mentone, great run. What time did you get?
I think I ended up getting 12:18.
Oh, not bad. That sub 12, Craig, it's not far away, is it? It'll happen. Yeah, so Hudson, you've had a pretty good summer season.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty well in the 1500 mainly. Been pretty close and also in the 3K.
Have you raced the tan before? Have you done a full-out lap here?
No, this is my first time actually running. I haven't run here at all, so it's a good experience.
It's a bit of a craft learning how to run the tan track, isn't it, Craig? There's a few things you need to know, especially that first bit where he went wrong, didn't he?
Yeah, the hill's pretty tough at the start. Amy smashed it at the start, dropped off a bit, but had to pick it up at the end, try and catch her.
Well, great run, 12:18. I think when you hit the tan relays later in the season for your Mentone Athletic Club, we'll be expecting something a bit quicker. Amy Bunnings, you've had a big couple of weeks, haven't you?
Yeah.
You want to tell us, what did you do last week in Sydney?
I won the 1500 and 3K at Nationals.
So double header there. So congratulations, Amy Bunnage, twice national champion last week in Sydney. What a carnival of athletics that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was very happy with it.
What was your favourite event to watch apart from what you ran in?
Probably the 1500 open age groups.
The 15 for both the men and the women? Yep. Were you there for the high jump?
No.
That's a shame. That was fun. 2 metres cleared by Nicola McDermott. Had the privilege of calling that one over the bar, Craig. That was quite a highlight. So, Amy Bunnage, what is next for you?
The APS cross-country season, yeah.
With Mr. Mottram in charge, I assume. And a little bit of AV running as well, I assume?
Yeah, when it fits in. Yeah.
If we can get our calendar sorted. Thank you, Mr. Mottram. All right, so Craig, what do you think of the kids this morning?
Oh, look, Tim, always outstanding. Hutto forgot to mention he actually raced last night in the first round of the AGSV cross country and ran fantastically well about 5 o'clock last night. So a very quick turnaround for him to come and run against a solid field this morning. So great run. Actually did it really well for his first lap of the tan. Held back in the first half. I could see from a distance, trailing from a distance, but passed Amy with a couple of 100 metres to go. So paced his run beautifully. And Amy knew that I would suffer badly if she pushed me up the hill early, which she did. So I've run, I couldn't tell you how many laps of the track I've run, Tim, but it's a few. And I made the beginner's mistake of going too fast in the first K and a half. So I was taught a very good lesson by both of these guys today, and not just these two that were 1 and 2 over the line, but from, I think Haileybury had nearly 40 students running today, which is fantastic, and they've got round 1 of their APS next week, which is fantastic. To have such great support from the schools and an awesome event running the TAN now, officially getting this timing, one-off timing thing around the TAN and getting these names on the board. So for Hutto now, he's got his marker, and every year he can come back and try to do better, and Amy's one of the future stars of women middle distance running in Australia. So fantastic to have everyone out here today, and well done, guys.
Thank you, Craig. So, yeah, well done to Hudson and also Amy and also Mr. Craig Mottram, who still has our course record, and I won't stop saying that. All right. So we're not far away from presentations for our elite races. So we will be having those at about 10:30. So if our elite place getters can start making their way across to the presentation area, that would be appreciated. We'll be doing our presentations at around 10:30, and then 10:45 we'll be getting everyone else off for their lap of the TAN.
Listen, baby girl, I ain't got a motorboat, but I can float your boat. So listen, baby girl, once you get a dose of dope, you go once.
So still a sensational effort to see the rest of our school competitors coming through. Coach Sam Spicer right there to encourage them through the line. So great effort here by our schools. Obviously we had Craig Mottram on there just then, but it extends far deeper than just the front end. So a great initiative to have our younger competitors out here, as we will get underway soon with the main running for everybody else competing at 10:45. If you did place in those elite races and the races beforehand, please do make your way close to the media centre down here. We'll be able to get underway with presentations.
once again, a reminder that Toilet Block is over at the My Music Bowl, so if you need to stop off there. And Back in Motion are here, so as the runners, especially our emergency services runners, if you need a little bit of a rub down in order to perform your duties on a Monday at work, or even Sunday. We know a lot of our emergency services workers are on shift, so Back in Motion are here. Also check out the running company. They've got a good supply of shoes there to have a look at, and I think they might be doing some run trials as well. So running company here, so going to see Brad and the team over there. Also Monster Energy doing a great job here today as well. And pop in and visit the Mentis Assist and also a Lifeline who are here. So some great supporters here of Run the Tan, so make sure that we support them as well. So people turning up to do their 10:45 race, remember you can pick up your race bibs at the black tent. There's a bag drop area immediately behind the Athletics Victoria tent, and we will be kicking off our next waves in about 20 minutes time, but we will be doing presentations to our place getters, and they'll be coming up at 10:30. Is a totally different class to these two. You know, like she's cerebral palsy, so. All right, so we will be doing presentations as we see our two event winners, and one of our second places starting to move forward towards our presentation area. So very shortly we'll be doing presentations. So let's get the crowd back over here to acknowledge what were sensational performances here this morning. We will be doing presentations, top three in the men's elite and the women's elite races over back near the start-finish area. So we do want to get a bit of a crowd back here again. And let's truly acknowledge those great performances we saw that were so entertaining for us, the whole crowd here, and certainly set Melbourne running back on fire again this morning here at the Tan Track. So we still need Genevieve Gregson, also Ryan Gregson and David McNeil, if they could make their way through to presentation area, please. So the two Gregsons and also Dave McNeil, let's get them into presentations as soon as we possibly can. So we're still waiting for a couple of our elites. They're out doing their cool down, and I can see Ryan Gregson. His wife just says, don't rely on him, he can be quite late, but I think Ryan has come in with, well, right on time. So just waiting now for Dave McNeil. So not far away. Let's get the crowd over here to the presentation area. As I said, let's acknowledge the supreme performances we saw here at the Tan track. And they will be coming up for their presentation. So let's move forward now and do the first of our presentation ceremonies. It will be for the men's event. So let's introduce the second fastest man ever around the Tan track. Our winner today in a time of 10:09.22. It is Stuart McSwain. So Darren Templeton, our event organiser, race director, and Mr. Run the Tan doing presentations. So congratulations, Darren. Culmination of a lot of hard work here, and to see Stewie oh so close there. Sandra Jacobs from the Bennelong Foundation, they are the ones responsible for these magnificent tan clocks. So congratulations, Stewie, taking home the 2.5, and as Warnie said before, an extra 7,000 in his pocket for that superb effort, 10:09.22. So, second place today, once again, an absolute legend of Australian athletics in a time of 10:23.44. Let's welcome Ryan Gregson. And in third position today, in a time of 10:26.01, David McNeil. So let's get all three guys out with Darren and Sandra. Let's get the photos done. All right, let's get them organised. So Stewie, Ryan, let's join. Stewie in the middle. That's beautiful. All right, so congratulations. Let's acknowledge our top three and all competitors in the elite men's race. What a field it was. And sensational running there from Stewie, Ryan and Dave. So congratulations. Stewie, before you go, just a couple of quick words. I know you've been interviewed already, but sinking in now, another great performance, 10:09.
Yeah, I'm happy with the effort. I obviously got pretty tired that last K. I think I was on pace most of the way, but it made a huge difference having support out there today. I know when I was hurting, I heard a lot of cheers the whole way around. So thanks a lot to the crowd for coming out today. It makes a huge difference. And we're out here running for mental health as well. So it's a great cause. And yeah, it's been a pretty fun morning.
It's been an intense couple of weeks for you too, hasn't it, Stu?
Yeah, so we're building up for the Tokyo Olympics. So, yeah, training's going hard. Everything's going pretty well. So I'm trying to make sure I'm in top shape in about 90 days.
Well, you didn't lose any fans here today, that's for sure, and you're going to have a big trainload of us going all the way to Tokyo with you. Good luck, Stewie McSwain.
Appreciate the support, guys. Cheers.
So let's move through to our female category, and in a new record time, 11:35.52. Let's bring out Lyndon Hall. So once again, 2,500, sorry, the 5,000, because we've got a bonus in there as well. So Lyndon taking that out today. So Sandra and also Darren making the presentation there from the Bennelong Foundation. So fantastic performance, Lyndon Hall. All right, in second place, in a time of 11:44.69, Georgia Hansen. So massive personal best for Georgia. 10 seconds under the previous record. And joining Lyndon there as our silver medalist. And let's acknowledge previous record holder, also an absolute legend of Australian athletics, one of the personalities of our sport, breaking her personal best in a time of 11:48.14, Genevieve Gregson. So once again, congratulations to all competitors. Our board over there has been totally rewritten as of today. So Sandra Jacobs is desperately now trying to get some sign writers out to rewrite that board, because we're going to see that totally shattered. So many girls under that prestigious 12-minute mark today. And what a race from our elite female competitors. So congratulations, Lyndon, Georgia and Genevieve, for setting up a great race. Lyndon Hall, so settling down now, the sinking in, 35.
Yeah, I'm sort of a bit surprised. I was really hoping to run under 12 minutes. I thought that would sound a lot better than 12 something. So, yeah, tick that off, I guess.
So the 11:35 probably in excess of where you thought you might be?
Yeah, I didn't really think too much about the time. Just sort of tried to race the other girls and felt pretty good the last K or so and managed to break away a little bit. So, yeah, probably surprised myself a bit.
So, look, we know you had a little bit of a spill at the start, but did that just get the adrenaline surging even more?
I think it was a good way to make sure I didn't go straight to the front and end up leading, because sometimes I get a bit excited off the line and I didn't really want to be leading. It's a long way for me anyway. So, yeah, maybe it worked out well.
Now, once again, you've already booked your ticket to Tokyo with that win over 1,500 metres in Sydney last weekend. So what's the next few months hold for you?
We'll stay in Australia and get some more training done, and we'll have some races up in Queensland and get out of Melbourne winter a little bit and spend some time up north.
Well, once again, like Stewie, you've earned a lot more fans here today, I think, Lyndon, so you're going to have a lot of people supporting you on the way to Tokyo.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's acknowledge Lyndon Hall, new record holder here in the Women's Open Tan Track Elite Race. All right, we're just holding back a little bit. We have got presentations for our para athletes. We're just trying to sort out some percentages, I believe. All right, and we're about 5 minutes away to start our waves. We can see our runners just starting to come through to get into the wave area for the mass participation. So we'll start to set them off soon. Let's just see if we can wrap up some presentations first. So what we're going to do now, we're going to move to our para event, and we're going to introduce them in time order. So we'll acknowledge the times of our competitors, the men and the women. We are working out what are called the percentages, because everyone's in different categories and there are different percentages according to your classification as a para athlete, but we'll get that all sorted a little bit later. What we will do though is we will we'll do the men first. And let's get down our event leader, or fastest time, 11:09.74, Jared Clifford. And not far behind him in a time of 11:37.18, Dion Kenzie. So congratulations to our two fastest times there in the men's para. So Darren Templeton once again will be presenting our medals here for the men's para. As I said, we will be working our percentages to determine our winners based on classification, and we'll have that out hopefully fairly soon. So once again, Darren Templeton joining Jared and Dion in our presentation area. So we're about 2.5 minutes away from our first start in the mass participation, and that gives us a nice little slot to introduce our females in the para competition. So let's now acknowledge the winners, the times that people have run in this women's para-athlete event. So first place in a time of 14:53.36 based on time, Nellie Mitchell. Second place in a time of 16:25.11, Annabelle Coleman. And third place based on time in 16:27.03, Georgia Pounding. So congratulations there to Nellie, Annabelle and Georgia. Based on time, as I said, we will be working out their category classifications and determining our winners based on that. So Mitch, nearly time for us to get back on the start line.
Yeah, it certainly is, Tim. We got a lot of people down here at the start line ready to rip into it. We're under 2 minutes away, and you can see the backlog of people along this finish line. So everybody wants to get their chance to potentially knock off our leading male and female times, and we've got our first wave of athletes in here. And look, rather selfishly, a massive shout out to Bill Dyer, my father, who's about to get underway for his lap of the tan. So good luck to everybody on the line. We are under 1 minute away from getting it underway here, and everybody else on backlog, geez, they're chomping at the bit here, Timmy. As we come up with 45 seconds to go until the start of this race.
I think 7,000. All right. There's enough incentive.
30 seconds. Probably the best kit of the day on the start line as well here in our all-green ensemble. We absolutely love to see that. 25 seconds now. As we will get ready to count it down. Cameras everywhere. People along the start line here. 15 seconds to go here. So we will call you down with the 3, 2, 1 when we are underway. 10 seconds now. So good luck, everybody, about to get underway here in 3, 2, 1. Off we go now for your lap of the tan. Good luck to everybody, particularly Bill Dyer in that front pack there, as we see the rest of our crew now come down to this start line, Tim, and we will be rolling in waves of 30-second periods, so just wait until you are called up to come to the start line here. But 30-second periods we're having between here, Tim, and it is going to go underway. We're 10 seconds from getting this next one started, so if you are in this box here, get ready. We got 5 seconds until we get underway now, and we've got 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Now off you go.
Great
And we have
to see
some
our IST
shouting.
athletes out there. Whole pile of them. So hold back. So we'll be going in another 20 seconds. 15.
Okay, you keep going through, come through.
So 10 seconds to go for our next wave. Good to see some Box Hill Athletic Club athletes here. And we're ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
Guys, come through. Okay, round you go. Keep coming through.
All right, rolling on to our next wave. So we'll be going in about 15 seconds time.
Keep coming through.
All right, so 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Next wave off. Good to see everyone behaving themselves. No pushing, shoving. And remarkably, the only falls we had have been in the elite races, Mitch.
I know, because they're off the gun very quickly. Just quickly here, everybody in that AIA Vitality company, we will have a wave dedicated to all of you in red. So if you can, assemble yourselves and make your way through to the start line. We will have you all go off in your own independent wave as we are 7 seconds away from getting this next one underway. And we have 3, 2, 1. Off you go now. So again, AIA Vitality, if you can get yourselves assembled, we will have you off in your own independent wave soon. And Tim, I would love to know what playlists are going through people's ears right now. We have a few headphones floating around. A lot of people are just going to take the natural sounds of the tan, which is bold. We have 9 seconds left until we get underway here. Good luck, everybody on the line right now. The tan is the best thing you'll do in 3, 2, 1. Off we go again, the next wave, Tim.
All righty, so next one's coming up. So remember, 10:08 is still the record if anyone wants to go for it, or 11:35 for the girls. All right, there are your times. All right, so nearly 10 seconds. So wait for our instruction. We'll do the 3, 2, 1.
Come forward, guys. Come forward.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Tell them to come forward.
So let's start moving people forward as well. So start pushing up. So remember, plenty of space here on the start line. We're doing nice little irregular waves here, Mitch. It's working well, isn't it?
It's working sensationally. People are so locked in here. I've just gone to say good luck, and I've only just got him at the end here. So we got 5 seconds to go, guys. Get ready. Get your watches ready. We have 3, 2, 1. Off we go now. So the next wave is going. Feel free to keep making your way forward. Everybody waiting to get into the next waves. Good to see AIA Vitality is in a wave of their own. So sensational. If you are for that company, do make sure you all group together. So our next wave here on the line, 15 seconds away from having their chance to have a crack at the record. Could we see it coming from these ranks here, Tim? I don't know. It would be amazing if we could. We have 7 seconds. 5 seconds on the clock here, guys. So 3, 2, 1. Off we go now.
All right, now don't forget, get your GPSs locked in before you get into the starting chute, because we're not going to hold you back until you get signal. All right, get those GPSs tuned in, get your signal, and we've got the next group going in 15 seconds. And plenty of selfies. Remember, hashtag run the tan. We want to see lots of social media. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Okay, keep coming through.
And remember also, check out Run the Tan YouTube. The live stream continuous here. So you're going to all get your mugs on the live stream. So 10 seconds. So next wave ready to go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
I'll tell you what, there was a selfie on the start line there. I love that dedication to getting their name out at Run the Tan. So good to see what everybody's doing. Great enthusiasm here right now as this next group gets on the line. Geez, this looks like a prized bunch of athletes on this line right now. 13 seconds. I would be extremely nervous if I was to go up against a few of these guys on the front line. I'll tell you what. Woo, We got 6 seconds left now. We have 3, 2, 1. Off we go now. So our next wave is off and the next group makes their way through. AIA Vitality, you will have your own wave as a company for being a major sponsor of this event. So thank you so much for everything that you do. And we're about, let's see, 17 seconds away. That's good maths. Thank you to my VCE maths teachers for teaching me that one. We've got 12 seconds now until we get underway for this next wave. Don't be too nervous, guys. This is going to be the best lap you've ever done of the tan. We have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Off we go now. Our next wave is Tim. We welcome our AIA Vitality major sponsors.
We welcome. What a wonderful mob this is. This is the AIA Vitality group. So thanks for your support for this event. Hope you enjoy your one lapper, and let's see if any of you can break that 10:08. Let's see. All right, 10 seconds. So big cheers. We get the AIA guys and girls going in 3, 2, 1. Away they go. The Sea of Red.
Keep going, shuffle in. Okay, ask if there's any more starters because we're on our last.
Yeah, so we have, looks like 2 more waves left here. We have 18 seconds to go until our second last wave, by the looks of it, is going to make their way out onto the tan. 10 seconds to go. The music's being put on. The headphones are in. We're ready. It's business time. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off we go now. So our final wave, Tim. I'm not a smart man, but I think all of these guys might be from the same company, looking at their jumpers
they are.
here.
And aren't those uniforms delightful too? Love the colour. So, Pexa. So the last wave out, so let's get behind them. And what a magnificent day this has been, and this will be our last starters. This is our last chance to break 2:08, guys. Is anyone going to do it, or 11:35? Yep, a few laughs there. All right, 3, 2, 1. Off they go. Pexa are out.
And Pexa's brought their own cameraman. That's sensational. That is
well organised,
dedication.
Mitch.
Tell you what, wow.
So all the runners are out there now. So great to do the presentations, then lead into that mass participation event. So all the runners are out there on the track. So they've been gone now for 7 minutes. Will we see the first ones through in maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 minutes, 13 minutes?
Yeah, I reckon somewhere around there, Tim. We have a fair few fit guys and girls running around here, so I would be very interested to see what the lead time is. Hey, I think next year we might need a pets race. I think we'll get more people out here. The amount of dogs that I've seen.
Not a bad idea, actually, Mitch. Not
My
a bad
goodness.
idea.
And if I brought my dog here, he would probably run to St Kilda. So, look, these ones seem far better behaved than mine.
We'll just take position here, and we should see them coming relatively soon. But, gee, what a big day it's been here at the Tan Track. We've seen records crumble and some absolutely amazing performances.
So look, while we are waiting here, this is a very unique opportunity for myself. Now, I am at the Monster Energy tent over here. I have never in my life had it. A Monster Super Fuel, I believe. Is this a new product? I'm going to put you on the spot here. Is this how new is the Super Fuel?
Yeah, good man to ask. I'm an athlete, but it's been out in the US for a while. I think they've just brought it to Australia, but it's like a rehydration energy sports recovery drink. So.
Oh, well, I'm pretty excited to get my lips around this one. Just give us 1 sec here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, right. How much are stocks in the company? Because that's absolutely unbelievable. I'll tell you what, I've got to go and do things this afternoon, and I'll be doing it at a rate I've never done it before. The Monster Super Fuel. Get down here. These boys are going to hook you up with some Monster Super Fuels. You would be silly not to get down here and have a crack at it. We'll see what other sponsors we got around here who want to get on the microphone. Thanks so much, boys. I'll be loving this one.
Now, we will be doing a presentation for the emergency services. So, first, second and third for the men and the women in the emergency services. And I don't think this is one of our place getters. How'd it go out there?
It was a fantastic day. It's a magnificent day to help raise awareness for mental health for all of Victorians. It's been a tough year for us as Victoria Police members and, of course, the general public. So, absolutely fantastic. But myself running in with the vest, I haven't come in the top 3. I can tell you that right now.
Must have been a hard gig wearing the vest. How much does that thing weigh?
When it's fully loaded, it's probably about 15 kilo more than me. Like, I'm 105 without the vest, so it's it's interesting. Anderson Street Hill was an interesting challenge, I can tell you right now. So
you would have loved the downhills though, with that little bit of extra weight behind you.
I actually loved it, especially with the bikies hanging around. So it's fantastic. It made me go a little bit quicker, so it was good.
Yeah, I believe they've added a little bit of spice to our day.
No, they were fantastic. But look, magnificent event, raising awareness for mental health, and Victoria Police members were all here to do that and help the community and each other. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I do acknowledge the assistance that the Victoria Police and all of the government authorities have given to get this event up and running, and it's just fantastic to see you guys here.
Thank you very much. Great event, and I'll be back next year for sure.
Excellent. That's what we want to hear. All right, I'm going to call up our medalists for the emergency services.
Tim, our first couple of guys coming through here now from the general population, and they have absolutely flown. Honestly, I blinked and I might have just missed them all come through. It looks like it was pretty competitive at the front. I reckon there was a race within a race going on up here. So sensational to see so much competition.
Okay, so
And as I said, the man with the greatest kit we have seen out here this morning, this green ensemble, takes a lot of effort, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Sensational run as well. Geez, he's got the wheels to go with the kit. Well done. He's dipped 5 metres after the line. That's how desperate he was to get across there. So sensational racing here this morning. Some absolute light feet on work here at the tan. Well done.
I think we might. Let's get our emergency services people down into the presentation area. I require Peter Kerr, Jason Stevens and James Cooper. Also Tess Berger, Megan Zyram and Victoria Borton. If we can have all of those people through to the presentation area, and we will recognise and acknowledge our place getters in that event for the emergency services. So just a quick amendment there. For our men, we require Peter Kerr, Jason Antonelli and Jason Stevens. They're the top 3 in the men's category. Tess Berger, Megan Zyram and Victoria Borton we require for the women's. I can see 2 of them already here.
And do keep your round of applause going for everybody coming down this finishing chute here at the tan. Most of you would know how difficult this 3.8 kilometre is around here, so do make them feel the love and let them know that their hard work has been rewarded. Well done to everybody coming through now. A little bit of a sprint down the line here as we do rate for our emergency services presentations. And I'll tell you what, an added difficulty of the tan is getting around the general population, the prams, the dogs, everything that's involved there. Look, it adds a few seconds onto your time, so do keep that in mind. As we see one of our leading ladies come down right now. Well done, sensational lap there. Congratulations. The hair flow on this guy is phenomenal. Wow. I'm mightily jealous. I might need the the Advanced Hair Studio soon, so I'm very nervous. But well done to everyone coming here. 2 Box Hill little athletes coming through right now as well. And Tim, I'll be honest, I am desperately waiting for my old man to come down towards the line. Hopefully he's made it around 3.8 kilometres, or it's going to be a very awkward conversation with my mum tonight, as I did enter him in this race.
Well, I reckon he's actually fitter than you, Mitch, so that's not saying too much.
Well, that's why I'm not running, because I could not make the 3.8.
I want to see the father and son moment. I want you to hold hands and go through the finish chute together, Mitch. I don't
think we've held hands in 25 years, but now is the time to do it. I think you're right.
A little bit of male bonding, nothing wrong with that.
A little bit of love. And there are so many races within races going on. The finishing chute is just bringing sprint finishes I've never seen before. Keep it up, guys. You're doing a sensational job.
This is fantastic to see. Now, apparently our emergency services male winner, Pete Kerr's out there again, running with his girlfriend, which is a great thing to see, but it will delay our presentation just a little bit.
Thank you.
Well, that is some serious dedication to get out there twice. I imagine Jace Antonelli is probably still running around as well. And well done to one of our little athletes here as well. Sensational work. Good to see Box Hill on display. And look at this sprint finish. Wow. Well done, Lockie. I hope your name's Lockie because I've heard everybody say it. Otherwise, I apologise. And if you do know the names of these athletes coming down, cheer it out so we can get them over the microphone. This is their Kodak moment. Well done. And if you are feeling inspired watching all of these athletes, look, there probably will be another Run the Tan event, so make sure you get on. Well done to Alex of Oldsavarians here as well. He's making his way down. Sensational lap of the Tan there, Alex. Well done. All the way through to the finish, mate. That's it. Beautiful work. Well done, a race here. Who's going to get on top? Retro Leighton Hewitt gets there. Well done, the backwards hat. Come on, he says as he goes across the finish line. So all of our lovely men and women making their way down to the finish line. They've survived Anderson Street. They've been the beneficiaries of the downhill to get down here.
Also beneficiaries of the superb day to run the Tan. These conditions are absolutely mint for the Tan track. And Pete Kerr's just come across the line and we'll say, Pete, get over here to presentations. It's time.
Now, Tim, this is my moment right now. I can see my dad coming down the finish chute here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a sensational effort by the guys in front, I'll be honest. I won't just single out my dad, but he's 18 months past hip replacement surgery. Bill Dyer in the blue shirt here coming down the line. Fantastic work, Dad. Well done. Made his way around the 3.86K. Well done, Dad. A good thumbs up. We'll try and get you later. Well done to everybody involved. Oh, geez, I can't wait to get the race breakdown of that. Oh, I got goosebumps right now. Looks like we got a mother and daughter potentially here. Who's going to get the win? Oh, it's going to go down the line. Yeah, Mum said, no, I've got to have that one. Well done to the ladies racing there. Tim, so many great athletes coming down the line here right now. It's great to see.
It is great to see, and that was a very touching moment there, Mitch. I think it's one of the highlights of the day, you calling your dad in. Great to see all the IST runners. That was Miss Campillis. So also just saw Emily Lague coming through. So great to have the IST group here and supporting this event. So let's start to get our emergency services back here. I know they were sort of hanging around, so I need Peter Kerr, Jason Antonelli and Jason Stevens, also Tess Berger, Megan Zyrom and Victoria Borton.
So keep coming down to the line. It comes down to every last step here of the 10. It will take everything from you. Sensational effort to get out here and put yourself through the grueling 3.86 kilometres, I believe it is. So well done. We should have fashions on the field here next year. There are some sensational kits going on. Woo. Well done here, everybody.
Well, we'll be having a debrief, Mitch, and I do like that one, actually, the best dressed. Certainly you're not in the running today, but there's plenty out there who are looking a pretty damn schmick. I still like Mr. Green with the matching runners as well, and plus for his sprint finish.
Yeah, he was good, Kermit. I really love the way that he dressed up there. I'm certainly not best dressed, Tim. You're absolutely right. I mean, I thought I dressed myself okay, but I'm going to have a chat to Mum. We might have to go to Target and get some new clothes. But yeah, it would be. There's been some good haircuts as well, actually.
Good hair, yeah.
The barbers around here, they must be doing a sensational job.
Well, post-lockdown, I hope they are doing a sensational long. Wasn't that a long 112 days without a haircut?
I did actually bleach my own hair during that time, so that just shows you the desperation and the lengths that people would go to. So we see here some of our younger athletes coming through here as well.
Great
Tim.
efforts.
There's no age limit to people who can get out and run the tan. That's the beauty of it.
And I tell you what, Mitch, how good do those Run the Tan T-shirts look as well, the New Balance T-shirts. Great job, New Balance, on those.
Absolutely sensational.
We'll be seeing lots of them around Melbourne for the next few months, years. And they'll become a bit of a collector's items. Here comes one of our AIA Vitality runners. And what a run that is. I think that's Simone Quinn, former Victorian 1500 metre champion.
Whew. That was cooking. So we still have a whole bunch of people coming down this chute here, Tim. And you would know the feeling. You've run the 10 a few times. Once you make your way around that bend and you can see where this clock is, you know that you go, oh, I've made it.
You certainly do. Yeah. All right, so let's start to draw in now our emergency services place getters, if we can. If I can get them back to presentation area. So Peter is here. I can see him. Also waiting for, we think Mr. Antonelli's out and about. Tess and Megan, are you here? If so, come and make your way back to presentations.
There's some real sprint finish energy coming down here right now. Maybe boyfriend and girlfriend, brother, sister, I don't know. Who's going to get the win? He's smiling way too much. He wasn't serious enough at the finish line there. Well done, though, finishing it off. I shouldn't have said brother and sister. I think they look very disgusted by that, so I apologise. Well done, guys. Go, Lockie. Well done, Lockie. See, the names here help me. Lockie, one of the best moustaches I have seen in Melbourne as well. So well done to Lockie. AIA Vitality still making their way through. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm still making my way through this Monster Super Fuel drink. If you need one after you finish that race, certainly go down. The boys and the DJ will set you up down there. As we wait on a few more athletes to come down. Sensational effort here. Well done, guys.
So if Megan Zarb and Tess Berger can make their way across the presentations, I know you were here a little bit earlier. Hopefully they haven't gone home. So Megan and also Tess, we require you at presentations. We'll acknowledge our emergency services place getters.
Well done to Kimmy. Great supporters across the road here. Well done, Kimmy. And look, guys, a game that I like to play at fun runs, and you can join in too if you want. Even if you don't know the name, just guess it, because eventually you might try and get someone's name. So well done to Eric here. I don't know if his name's Eric, but if it is, sensational. Well done, guys. Keep it up. You're nearly there. Final steps. Can we get any sprint finishes going down the line? There he is. Well done here. All right on your tail now.
Loving these sprint finishes, Mitch.
Go, Jack.
Yeah, the IST support crew, they're absolutely amazing, aren't they, Mitch?
Oh, superb work. It's so good to see so many businesses out here as well, getting in and having a run. Well done. Sensational running there, as you say. IST coming through again there, Tim.
Yep, there's plenty of them. So the sun just poking out a little bit here, Mitch, but once again, it's still superb conditions for a lap of the tan.
As good as you're going to get it, I reckon, Tim.
I think we're going to have the commentators race in about 10 minutes. We'll get out there and rip it out. What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, can we make sure the masseuses are still here then, please? Because both hamstrings will need a massage. Back in motion.
Masseuse and defibrillator.
Well, did we check Hughesy's pulse in the end? He's
still alive. We know
good.
that. He was talking about running a marathon.
Yeah, they're pretty comparable to 3.8k and the 42. They're not too far apart.
Not at all.
We have our PEXA crew coming here now, Tim.
Oh,
so I think our first of the PEXA.
As I said, those uniforms are superb.
I got better eyes here on my left. Second PEXA. Thank you.
Always good to have a spotter. All right, so we would love to do the emergency services, but I think most of our people have gone home. Pete Kerr's still here, but we can acknowledge his amazing performance. And it was amazing, especially going out the second time. All right, Darren, I reckon we've lost the girls. Lost the girls? Got the guys? We've got Pete here, so... I haven't seen it.
Chris Antonelli.
I haven't seen it.
Who was that? Actually, Antonelli has to go too.
So we're still coming down to the line here, Tim. Sensational work here by all of our athletes who have entered into this race. It is certainly not easy, particularly when you have the slight added pressure of being in an actual organised event. So well done to everybody who's got out here and had a run on this Saturday morning. All should be very, very grateful. A year ago today we wouldn't have been able to do this, so it's amazing what we've been able to do here in this beautiful city of ours. So well done to everybody competing, everybody who's come out to support, every sponsor, everybody involved. Thank you so much for all that you have done. As we see the rest of our athletes come in here now. So maybe a sprint finish. Oh my goodness, not just a sprint finish. Look at this. Wow.
That is on. That's a ripper finish there. So well done, another one of our PEXA. Now remember, all your times are going to be up on Tomato Timing. So you can check what your lap of the tan is on Tomato Timing. So just check them out. Do the search on Tomato Timing. They'll have all of the results coming up on their website.
I can't hear you.
If we can get a first aid medic down here immediately, please, to the finish line. Again, if we have any first aid or medics, anybody with professional in medicine, please do come down to the finish line.
Pete Kerr's the winner of the...
I did the men's para under 2015. I did. I heard your name over the speaker. I reckon. You would have heard my voice over the speaker. Yeah. Well, let's see. What's your name? Tim. What do you have in there? You know me, of course. Of course I do. All your races all the time. No, it's a good run. I was second overall, but yeah, well, probably the same. Exactly, that's what
So well done to our athletes, still coming across the finish line here. As Tim, we still have a few waves of athletes still going to be making their way through to finish around to the left of the cones, please, if you are coming down to the finish line. Well done there, crossing the finish line. Another IST athlete. Sensational effort there. As we see maybe our next couple coming down to the finish line. And as I said, there is no age limit to this event, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look here. Probably our two youngest competitors having a trot around the 10, the 3.86 kilometres. So well done to the two girls there. They've earned themselves a big Macca's breakfast, I think. That's it. Well done. If you know them, even if you don't know them, ladies and gentlemen, make some love. Feel the noise down here at the finish line. A massive 3.86 kilometres. Only things I could dream of on this side of the fence. Well done.
All right, we are going to go to a presentation. We are going to acknowledge all of our emergency services competitors today. Really special to have them here and to have them as their special category. And we are going to now move to our one presentation for that, because I think the majority of them have disappeared. I think Dutchie Holland is going to hang around and do a bit of presentations, I think. So we will do now an acknowledgement of all of our emergency services runners. So congratulations to everyone who took place. But we do have a winner, and he will be getting the gold medal. And Dutchie Holland's going to present that. And it is Peter Kerr. So congratulations, Pete. So other place getters, Jason Antonelli. So Peter ran a time of 12:28, so that was a pretty sparkling time. Jason Antonelli, 13:33. Jason Stevens, 14 minutes 00. They're the top three in the emergency services for men. Our emergency services for women, I think they might have gone. Tess Berger, 15:33. Megan Zyram, 15:50. And Victoria Borton, 15:54. So close run competition there in our women's event. But big congrats to all of the emergency services. Mitch, how's it going down on the finish line?
Yeah, Tim, there are still plenty of athletes coming down. I'm so sorry. I was just talking to my dad here, finding out he ran 19 minutes and 10 seconds. Sensational effort there by Dad. Doesn't want to be in the microphone, and I don't want to get in trouble, so I'll keep him over there, but he's done a fantastic job. As the rest of our athletes are coming down, and you can't fault the harder effort down here, Tim. There is just people running sensationally everywhere.
Yeah, it's great to get the lap of the tan under the belt. Such a gettable distance too, with the challenge of Anderson Street, of course. So nice when you finally get up the top of that thing, roll round that corner, then come into this finish chute with a big smile like we're seeing from one of our PEXA runners here, smiling away. That's the way we want to see it here at the tan track for Run the Tan. Fantastic competition, great support there from the PEXA, and she just keeps on running. She's gone for the second lap. So we will be doing some presentations at about midday for we had a King of the Mountain category, so I'll be very excited to see the results from King of the Mountain. That was from the bottom of Anderson Street to the top. So we'll wait and see what the results of that. And also for our public participation run, we will be doing some presentations at around midday. But let's get behind our finishers as they come through. Gin Noble, yep, into the chute, yeah, and the big sprint finish too. That's great to see. So good to see the smiling faces at the end of this 3.827 kilometres, to be precise. So remember, let's look after our sponsors here as well. Still the food truck's still there. There's coffee to be had. Oh, look at the group, the team bonding here at PEXA.
Iconic.
That is iconic. So lots of smiling faces once again. So don't forget to collect your bags if they're being dropped off in bag storage. Grab a drink. Just enjoy the whole atmosphere of Run the Tan. First event, first of many, we do hope. So what a day it's been here. Record-breaking day at the elite level, but also lots of fun through the participation and also recognising our emergency service people through some great running and the school kids as well. So another finisher coming through here. So nice running there from Beyond Blue. So let's acknowledge all of them. Let's also acknowledge the major sponsors of this event, Mitch, because this would not go ahead without AIA Vitality, Advanced Hair Studio, also New Balance, Monster Super Fuel. They've been a good sponsor as well. So good to have them all on board here at Run the Tan and the running company. If you are looking for your new shoes, there's only one place in Melbourne to go, and that is the running company. They're spread quite a few franchises throughout metropolitan Melbourne, so when you're looking for those new shoes, the running company is the place to go. Looks like Back in Motion's doing a bit of good trade now as well. So feel free to just jump in, get your free massage, but Back in Motion going along nicely at the moment.
And we still have some sensational performances coming down the finish here, Tim. And one of the best things about these fun runs is the sense of community and camaraderie that you do get. Everybody's out here for a great cause and out here for the same reason. So a massive thank you, as you said, to all of our sponsors who have come down and put people in the event, who have helped support the event, who have tents down here. This sort of stuff doesn't go ahead without that kind of support and love. So thank you so much to everybody who's been out here helping out. And as we see here, we have another athlete coming down right now. Sensational work. Make sure she feels the love. She's got a little one there on her side. So a beautiful moment.
Awesome running. Great to see, isn't it, Mitch? So this is what recreational running's all about, getting out there, just doing it.
That's it. It's all about the fun here, Tim. When you can get yourself going together, as you have another athlete coming down the final chute here. So feel the love there. Well done. Congratulations. Sensational lap of the Tan. Got to be a happy Swan supporter as well. So he's got the double. Yes, there we go. Up the Swannies.
Yeah, go South Melbourne.
You have a few more coming down here now, Tim. And if anybody knows the names of these two competitors here. Julia and Amelia. Let's go, Julia and Amelia. Here we go now. Julia and Amelia coming down to the finish line. Hand in hand. That is just beautiful. That is sentimental stuff.
I reckon the PEXA guys are getting ready for the big team photo here. So line them up. Get them in front of the media wall. Get the official. Yeah, we got the official as well.
Beyond Blue there, sensational effort, well done.
Gosper? Yeah.
Yeah.
You need it.
To the tomato timing tent.
Can we please have Liz Gosper to the timing tent, please? Liz, could you report into the timing tent?
So we'll still wait, and we have athletes coming down to the finish line here. Well done here, guys. You've made your way around the tan. That's a win this morning. We may still have a couple of people out there with bibs making their way around the tan, so we will stay vigilant. We'll stay aware of who is coming around.
So do you want just gender overall, or do you want category like age ones as well? So if you just want the gender, tap that one. If you want the like category, tap that one.
233.
Yeah, we'll check those. Yeah, I was gonna say we got to double check these. We haven't actually checked them yet. So like, we'll hold on to this. Sorry. It's one we copy the results across when we up.
So great to see so many people getting in front of that media wall. Feel free, have your photos taken, get your groups together. Now we will be doing some presentations for the participation run, which also included the King of the Mountain, which is from the bottom of Anderson Street to the top.
So we have a few more athletes coming down the chute here, solving all of the world's problems as they do so. Well done, ladies. How was the lap?
You loved it?
Well, I'll tell you what, no one can take this away from you. You've done a lap of the tan this morning. That's a huge effort. It's a huge result.
Yeah, no worries. Good to see you.
No worries, yeah. Catch you soon.
You will.
Well done. So Tim, as we stand here and wait for any other athletes coming through, is there anything that stands out in your mind immediately from what's transpired here this morning?
Oh, it's just been great to see so many people active in Melbourne around our iconic tan track. Doesn't matter whether you're running 10:09 like Stewie McSwain, or if you're walking around in 30-35 minutes, just being out and doing something. That's the most important message.
Absolutely, and I mean, I did actually have a Sydney sider tell me before the race with his shirt off around the tan, loving life, that the tan is better than Centennial Park. So,
oh, no doubt about that at all. So
it's a big win for Melburnians.
Great facility. And a big thank you to Melbourne City Council as well for their support of this event, but also for the upkeep and maintenance of the tan track. Such an important recreational area for Melburnians, and as we knew during the dark days of COVID, this place was absolutely buzzing because people were making the most of their 1 hour, and the tan track was certainly a place that was being used very, very well. So Melbourne City Council did a great job to keep it in good trim.
Yes, and a lot of the time your lap of the tan is a very good metric of how fit you are. It's a very commonly asked question, how fast can you run the tan? So at least a lot of these people out here will now have a reasonable answer to that question as we have some more people coming down the finishing chute. And do we have a family coming down the finishing chute? The hands are up, Rocky Balboa style coming down here. My goodness. Sensational effort, guys. How was the lap? Was it good? Beautiful. I even got a banana halfway through. I need your lifestyle. I reckon that's all right. Well done, guys. You've made it around. Well done. Well done. We've made it around a lap. 3.86 Ks. Woo! How'd it feel? Was it good out there? Enjoyable? We love that. Well done. Bang! Good energy all around down here. Sorry, Tim.
That's all right, Mitch. Just don't forget Tomato Timing done an awesome job here, those timing mats. And that means that you have got your electronic... Yes, another finisher through. The arms raised. We love to see that. So Tomato Timing's the place to go to get your results in all of the different categories. They'll be divided into genders and into age groups, everything, so you can see where you've placed in your relevant event. So we're just waiting to wrap up a few results from the participation race. We'll do our overall winners of that, plus we will do the paras. So yeah, we've got the percentages, I believe, for the paras. So Jared, just going through the percentages on the paras, Jared did have a win there, so just knocked off Dion, not much in it. Nellie Mitchell was first in the women's, then Annabelle Coleman and Georgia Pounding. So 34.05 for Jared, Dion 34.00, Nellie 27.47, 26.47 for Annabelle, and 26.88 there for Georgia. So that's the final results there for our paras, and their prizes will be sent out to them.
And Tim, I'm convinced nobody smiles more in athletics than Jared Clifford. I saw him still floating around here, and I swear it's tattooed on his face. So it doesn't matter where he comes, he always gives 100%, Jared Clifford. So sensational to have an athlete of his calibre, as well as Dion's down here competing in this Run the 10 event. And some of these cones are now starting to be picked up. So we may be coming towards the end of our athletes coming through this finishing chute. But a sensational effort by every single person who competed this morning.
It certainly was. Big day here in Melbourne, and we will be concluding our activities with those presentations. Let's see how those results are coming in. We don't want to preempt anything because there was the multiple wave starts, but we'll endeavour to get a fix on the results. But don't forget, go to Tomato Timing if you want to see your result, and also the live streaming via the YouTube channel on Run the Tan, also the Run the Tan Facebook page. So that stuff will still be there. So if you do want to have a look, see your finish smile as you went across. There was lots of finish smiles, wasn't there, Mitch?
Oh, there was heaps of finish smiles. I mean, more smiles and grimaces, I think, across the finish line. So that indicates a very, very well-run event with a lot of people having a good time. So if you can smile at the end of a 3.86K, you have talent. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, you certainly do. Now, we'll obviously be keeping everyone posted about 2022 because this has momentum, doesn't it, Mitch? And I think 2022, we're going to see a rise in the participation. We're going to see lots of interest from the elites as well, because the incentives for them to run well are there. And 2022 is going to be a special year in that there's going to be two major championships that they'll be going for. The World Championships of Athletics in Portland, Oregon, and also the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. So two major events next year for the elites.
Yeah, it's a massive year for athletics. Obviously, probably a massive full 18 months ahead for athletics. So sensational to see so many major championships, which always attract massive numbers to athletics coming together all at a similar time. And look, the murmurs that I've been hearing for 2022, Tim, is that Tim Crosby actually might be running next year. He said 10.09. How about 10.06 for Tim Crosby? So look, we might even see one of our announcers break the record next year, which is very exciting. But get your friends, get your family, your colleagues, set a challenge, do something, because everybody always wants to win something.
Yes, I have. Yeah. Yep. Thank you. You're welcome.
You announced a good timings up on Tomato Timing, didn't you? Yeah, of course. And he's not going to let me speak.
Oh, boy.
So the prize check.
Tim Kang quickly confirmed Jared Clifford's still smiling. Still smiling. He hasn't stopped yet.
And we will be doing a presentation soon, and Jared Clifford will be the recipient of that award, which is our para after the classifications. As we said, it's not just based on time in the paras. Each of the categories have their classification percentages, and that's now been worked out, and we are not far away. And another one of our competitors coming through. Fantastic. Once again, a big smile, so congratulations. More people coming through. Shouldn't be too many more. Might have a few walkers out there. So there's still a few out there, but we will be going to our presentations soon. So we are going to do a presentation now. Jared Clifford, come on down. Once again, get in front of that media wall. You're getting used to this. But just reiterating that we did have with the classifications have come through, and our winner today not too far ahead of Mr. Kenzie. So it's 34.05 to 34.00. That's nothing. And congratulations, Jared Clifford, who took out our Para Award, which has been sponsored by Allianz. So thank you, Allianz, for their support of the Paralympic runners, and we'll see Jared in Tokyo later this year. World record holder, as we said, already building up to being legendary status in Australian athletics. We saw him breaking world records here in Victoria over the summer season, and it's great to see Jared here supporting Run the Tan. So too all of our paras, and that was Dion, also Nelly, Annabelle and Georgia. So congratulations to all of them in that category, and we hope that this will grow and build in successive years to be something that the paras really look forward to doing, their lap of the tan. So thank you so much.
Oops, sorry.
And Tim, let me tell you, we've got a special treat down here. We got... Right, so we've got Billy here. Billy's now just he's gonna start on his own right now, Billy. So Billy, he's just come in before the cut-off. Billy, what were you doing this morning? Why are you so late?
It's my birthday this morning, actually, so I was just taking a bit of time, spending some time with my dad, you know.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. It's Billy, everyone. Happy birthday, dear Billy. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
What a way to celebrate your birthday by hurting yourself around the tan. That is a bold choice, Billy. Not what I would be doing. But look, I'll tell you what. You've got about 20 seconds until you start. We'll count you down. We'll see if everyone can even give us a 3, 2, 1, because you're probably sick of hearing me do it. We've got 15 seconds left. So when I say 3, we'll count down from 3, 2, 1. Billy, ready to go. He's got the full skins on. He knows exactly what he's doing here. Are you ready? Is everyone with me here?
Where's
3,
the fireworks?
2, 1.
Bang.
Off you go, Billy. Wow.
Go, Billy.
Pace on Billy. What a birthday for Billy. Wow.
I don't reckon he'll be doing that pace up Anderson Street, though, Mitch. And I want you to chase him to see. So we'll be waiting for Billy to get in. We've got a little bit of time. We're going to do some presentations again, as I keep saying. We've just got to compile our results. And there will be some presentations for the participation race.
Woo! We have another finisher coming down here now. Well done. Ooh, I'm too close to the speaker. Well done. We should have sent a bike out with Billy. Just get the live updates. It'd be unbelievable.
Yeah, I thought it was mine. It just bolted to me. Yeah. Thanks for that. Much appreciated.
Tim, if you're wondering what the secret was for me to have so much energy to sing Billy Happy Birthday, it was our Monster Energy Super Fuel drink that I got from the boys over there earlier. I'm still making my way through it. It's giving me that much energy. I can't hit it in one time. So make sure you do give love to every sponsor who has come around here today and helped out organise Run the Tan. It's been a sensational morning, and we will just wait on Billy to make his way around the tan.
I actually saw the Monster in your hand. I thought you might have collected that at 4 a.m. when you left the nightclubs, Mitch.
No, that was a kebab, Tim, a kebab. It's a common mistake.
They do look the same.
So to anybody also still watching at home, a massive thanks to Lockie Rayner, Athletics Exclusive, for putting together this live stream for everybody to still stay involved, even if you couldn't get down here this morning. They do a sensational effort across the summer season as well of athletics. So massive thank you to you guys who have come down here to help out, the volunteers and everybody involved, everybody cheering on. It has been a beautiful morning at the Tan. And these Athletics Victoria, I guess banners we'll call them, the biggest barometer of where you will come down to, the finish line. And I'm not sure, we might see some others coming down with some rogue numbers. Or we'll just make people cross the line anyway, whatever we've got to do. Because I think there's a man with a number coming down right now. And my eyes do not deceive me. I don't need glasses yet. Fantastic. We have a competitor coming down now. And he's looking smooth. He's looking around the tan. He can't believe he's made it. We'll believe it. You've made it. Well done. As we come down here, we'll come down through this way. Through the flag. He's got no time to run around that. Well done. Sensational run there for the 3.86 kilometres. Congratulations. So Sungil down here, our unofficial Fashions on the Field winner in the all green. If you didn't get a chance to look at him as he crossed the line, he is taking photos down here and handing out autographs if you need one. So he is down here, our unofficial Fashions on the Field winner. Are you guys finishing? You're starting. Okay. We got more. Billy's not the last one, everybody. This is sensational. We got some more starters here. Now this is the official start line up here. Now what are your names? Becky. Jerry. Becky and Jerry. I'll tell you what. You've got 8 seconds. You ready? I'm going to count you down, Jerry. Hold on. Don't get too excited. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Off you go, Becky and Jerry. Now I'm timing. I'll back you in. Guys, we've got Jake down here. He's about to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go, Jake. He's going for King of the Mountain, so get ready. We got a crown? No, it's all right. That'd be a bit weird if we did. I'll tell you what, I reckon event organiser Darren Templeton has probably run his own lap of the tan. The amount of moving around, walking around, jogging around he has done around here this morning. So a massive thank you to Darren and his team for even putting on this event, getting it all organised and everything together.
So we're not far away. I do have the names now of the public fun run medalists, so I'm not sure if many are left here, but Amy Bunnage, Cushy Diol and Maddie Orr. If you're here, make it down to our presentation area. So that would be Amy Bunnage, Cushy Diol, Maddie Orr in the women's. And Bo, I think it's Kaya, C-A-I-A. Also Hudson Bucci and Benoit Smoonings. They are our top 3 men in the public participation run.
Go, Billy. Here comes Billy now. He made it through. My goodness. Happy birthday indeed to Billy.
Actually,
my God.
We were giving him a bit of a stick there at the start, but he finished beautifully. That was a great run, Billy. Well done. Excellent run.
Geez, you might be in the elites next year, Billy. I mean,
certainly ahead of
I'll
you.
be honest. I didn't think much, but my goodness. Well done, Billy.
All right, so if we have Amy Bunnage, Cushy Diol, Maddie Orr, and also Bo Kaya, Hudson Bucci, who I'm pretty sure is gone, so it looks like Cushy's here. And Benoit Smoonings. Are any of those here? Come and make your way over to the black tent and identify yourselves. And we'll do some presentations.
Just for those playing at home, Billy has run around 16 minutes. I'm so invested in Billy right now. It's outrageous. 16 minutes for Billy. Yeah, give him a round of applause. He's up the back there. He's so nonchalant. Straight to the back in motion, maybe? Nah. No, he doesn't need that.
They want you there, Billy. Come on. Birthday present. Oh, they've packed up. You're on the grass. All right, now we do have our winner from the public event, and what, Mitch, you'll be impressed by this time. Our winner, Bo Kaya. That'll go. 11:50.51, sub 12-minute performance. That is a benchmark. Anyone who breaks 12 can run. And Bo, what a great race. So once again up there with Darren. Fantastic. I know Hudson, who got second in 12:18, he's probably disappeared. And Benoit Smoonings was our third place getter in 12:26. Now, Amy Bunnage is gone, but we do have our second place getter here in the women's public run, and that is Cushy Diol. So congratulations to Cushy. The whole Diol family were here, and you would have seen Dad Jazz wandering around with his camera. He would have been doing a lot of the photography here at the run, and he's there with the Hawks cap on. I still think that's fairly distasteful, but that's okay. Could be worse. You could barrack for St Kilda like me. All right. Is Maddie Orr here? If not, I think that concludes presentations. All right. That is a wrap. So unless, Mitch, any runners still out there?
We do have a runner and a family walking, so I am
you're on the ball there.
I am waiting for them to come back in. I'll tell you what, I don't think our runner's going to make it under when the timer actually leaves, so I hope that he has a watch. He seemed very preoccupied by the King of the Hill idea, though, so he should be fine.
Yeah, well, just that's a nice little segue. The King of the Mountain, actually, this is interesting results. I'll go through the top 3 women. The King of the Mountain, and this will be the Queen of the Mountain, was the bottom of Anderson Street to the top. The actual women's winner was Camille Buscombe, 1:30.02. Genevieve Gregson, 1:30.33. And Georgia Hansen, 1:30.76. Really, really close there. But they were actually faster than our event lead. And in the men's, it was our third place getter, Dave McNeil, was the fastest one up the hill, 1:21.80. Joel Tobin White, 1:21.95. And Ryan Gregson, 1:23.02. So that's the results of the King and Queen of the Hill.
Well, Tim, I might be wrong. You would be able to correct me here, but Ryan Gregson, a mountain running Australian representative, so that time up a hill shouldn't surprise too many that know Ryan Gregson's history. You probably know it better than anybody else, though.
I wasn't on that team, but I've done a few mountain running teams, and yes, Ryan's first ever Australian team was in the mountain running squad. So good pick up, Mr. Dyer. You're learning.
I'm trying my best. I can't remember a lot, but for whatever reason, that I do remember.
All right, so we'll just be waiting for the final few finishes to come through, but what a magnificent day, Mitch, wasn't it? Highlight to be here. Congratulations to the concept man, Mr. Darren Templeton. What a day it's been. I hope Darren and the team enjoy a beer or 2 or 3 this afternoon, responsibly, of course. and as it's just been a very well organised, well-run event, and what a team he pulled together to deliver this.